Hello, chat.
Hello, everybody.
Streamlabs wasn't gonna find me game there. Who do we have? I see there's 3 lurkers. 2 lurkers. One of them might be Bezek.
It's possible that I'm one of them. I see a Shade Master. Hello, sir. He says he misses these streams.
I mean, well, you caught one tonight.
We miss them too.
They are on VOD if you do miss them.
And God knows we need the watch hours.
True.
Especially this guy.
Yes. Well, if you watch enough hours, Discord will allow me to have monetization again. Because my punishment for having a baby was being demonetized. Thank you, Discord.
Oh no, how dare you not make content for a year. Naughty, naughty.
I see there's a shade in mine as well. Yes, apparently YouTube does punish you for taking time out. Even to have babies. I watch Disco or Bezek. Whoever you want. Or both. So mute one of us.
Disco's closer to remonetization. So if you can only watch one, watch Disco. But if you can, watch both. Watch both. But if you can only watch one, watch Disco for now.
I have to mute one of you. Muting doesn't matter. Like, it's just like the kind of play time that is counting. So like, you know, you can have me muted, put me on mute in the corner.
Yep. Just run those watch hours up for us.
I don't know how. I must be getting close now to being re-monetized. Thank you, YouTube. Why must you punish me? I had a baby.
What is it you need? Like 3,000 watch hours or something stupid?
I think so. Yeah, because it like totally reset. Totally reset.
No, there's a Martian.
And I'm sure they still run ads on the content. I just don't care.
Oh, of course they do. You just can't have it cut.
I don't honestly don't really care that much about the AdSense because the AdSense is pay at this size. But the super chats, the memberships, I had special emojis made.
Yep.
And I think there's something like $40-50 sitting in my AdSense account, and you can't cash it out if it's under a certain amount. It's just looking at me. Like, you will never have me unless you get remonetized.
The cash out thresholds for some places are ridiculous. What really annoys me about Subscribestar is their cash out threshold's friggin' $150.
It never used to be, because I had a couple cash outs at about $50. The last one, it won't let me have, because it's at like $150. And I'm like, well, could you keep unsubscribing people, Subscribestar, like just, you know, lapsing their subscriptions when they don't even know? It's gonna take me a while to hit that. I think poor Earl is like my most frequent subscriber.
That was a good boy.
He's but like, it unsubbed me again. Alright, signing back up.
Yeah, if you don't have a certain amount of subscribers, Subscribestar requires them to confirm every month.
Yeah, but it doesn't tell them to.
Subscribestar, but how do you expect us to grow more than that if you don't
subbing them? Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway. So,
enough whinging.
Today on Power Washing, we can win while we power wash.
Yeah, it's like
that's always a possibility.
It's like, you know, the 7 dwarfs. They whistle when they work. Well, we're whinging while we work. Hey, LGM. Yes. Did you see the title of my stream, by the way, Bezek? I don't know if you see the title of my. Hey, do you know Jack picked the title? I don't know what to call this week's one. I keep making jokes about Bezek having a bath, and he's like, "How about Bezek's being a dirty boy?"
You know, Disco, that disturbs me much more than if you picked it.
And I was like, "Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that."
Okay, the invite has been sent. Oh, Disco, you're gonna love this.
I would, except for...
It's being dodged.
Well, it says you have invited me to play Power Simulator, but the invite button, the accept button, is not there.
Oh. That's a bit of a problem.
It informs me that I've... No. Oh, come on. Can I, like, join on him?
Did Steam download the DLC properly?
Yeah. Can I, like... I'm not invited to watch. Don't invite you to watch. I want to join upon you.
Like, let me turn co-op off and back on again. Yes. To invite the disco. Freaking Steam.
Have they broken it?
Oh dear. So, Hugo needs to be very, very careful because the Sultans went through a fact sheet for parents that was released in response to the totally real documentary Adolescence. And it wants us to inform you that the peach emoji is part of a series of emojis used by incels.
We use the peach emoji all the time for Gibbs's bottom.
Sorry, it's incels now.
I just find that it really weird that they're called, because the show that they based that on was calling a 13-year-old an incel. Like, I think some hard drives need to be checked. I'm just gonna restart the game and see if that.
Yeah, that might
makes
do
any
it.
difference.
Well, on this list of things that are used by incels, apparently dynamite means it's an exploding incel.
An exploding incel. Okay. Okay.
Yep. It was so dumb. Let me see if I can find that while Disco fights with Steam.
Well, I'm gonna need you to re-invite, because I don't think I can just join upon you.
Yeah, in theory you should be able to, but I have sent invite. Where is that?
No, it's just telling me that you've sent the invite, but like there's no button. Maybe I can invite you. How do we do the co-op thing?
You'll have to jump into the level.
Alright, so jump into the level. We want Wallace and Gromit.
Oh, and the game has crashed on me, so that's helpful.
That's good, that's good. You'll need to re-share to me. Yeah, exactly, Shady. 13-year-olds should be incels.
Yes,
Should be incels.
Well, hey, this is teachers come up with this crap. Where the hell is that? What did I put that under?
Once job is started. Join a players co-op game. Can I just like friends playing? You're not playing nothing.
I should be back in now. Yeah, I could join a players co-op game.
Okay. I'll try starting it and see if I can host it, because it's been there. The fact that they're calling 13-year-olds incels says a lot about these people. It does. Like, I wouldn't be like. It's just like sexualizing minors. Again, it's always left sexualizing minors. Like, oh, they're showing incel behavior. Well, they should be.
Yeah.
Like, it shouldn't even be like a in your head kind of thing. Did you find it?
I did. I forgot. I remembered that you sent it to me.
Wallace says, I say, wash lads, quick off the blocks.
Yeah. So, can I have invite, please, Steve?
Ah, I thought you had said you'd seen it. I don't know how to actually invite you.
Hit escape.
Yeah.
Turn on co-op, so on the left-hand side.
Yeah, it's on friends only.
No, it's not on.
Oh.
Then you need to click the button to the left.
Waiting for assistant. Invite friend. There he is.
Yes, and then.
Let's see if it actually...
Discord here has invited me to play. Ooh, I get the button. Fancy.
Good job, but you still haven't put on Bezek cam.
No.
Female middle school man's most affected. Yeah, I don't. Well, I suppose so. But has anybody noticed, like, maybe it was just like when I was at school, particularly in primary school, so around the age that like these kids would be, like sort of later part of that. Like, yes, all my teachers at that age were female, but like they were all like almost grannies. Like,
so disco. Did you see the train track?
yes, I saw the train. I can't know it.
But have you seen the train?
Have you seen what you look like?
I have. Oh, some robot, a lad. But train.
Command, clean kitchen and dining room ASAP, please.
Disco.
Oh my god, great.
Bye.
Alright, chat, this will be the rest of the stream.
But this stream is now train simulator.
Okay, so Bezek, the challenge is you have to clean the room while not leaving the train.
But it keeps knocking me off when it goes around corners. Whee! Ah. Yeah, getting stuck on things. Twain!
Well, get near the front of it. You don't get knocked off when you're at the front. Yeah, so when I was in school, like, yeah, all of my teachers were female. At least at that age. Like, in high school, we had male teachers. But, like, they weren't, you know, fresh out of university, you know, activist teachers. They were, like, old, like, mothers. Grandmothers. Like, passing on their wisdom.
Yeah. What gets me, though, is every time, well, not every time, but most of the time I see these articles coming out about female teachers being caught being naughty, every time I look at them and go, can't be about sex. It's got to be about something else, because most of these women, there's no way that they couldn't get sex if that's what they wanted. Like, I look at them and go, this woman's objectively attractive. There is no way she couldn't get it if her only desire was physical.
I mean,
so it's got to be about power or something.
No, or no self-control. I mean, teenage boys are you know, horny little devils. We don't know this, but you know, as a teacher, it's your job to be like, no, you are my charge. I do not do these things with you.
I'll let you in on a secret. Don't tell the other women. But we don't never grow out of it. We just get better at hiding
it. This is true. I have met men. But, you know, we all know that teenage boys are horny little devils. And I guess it's a case of, like, these women have absolutely no self-control. Like, these horny little teenage boys are just like, miss, I want to do it with you. And they're like, alright. Why not?
Well, like that's bad enough, but the problem is that's not even what's happening. Like, half the time they're drugging them or giving them booze. Like, they know what they're doing. It's not just a lack of self-control. In a lot of cases, this stuff's planned out. Which, I'm still perfectly happy to put them in the chipper if the kid initiates it, but when they're the one initiating it.
Well, no, I still think they should go in the chipper. I mean, because you should have the self-control. Like, you're in a position where you absolutely should have self-control.
Yep. You're a teacher. If you can't figure it out, get out of the profession.
LGM says, also notice the King George Tower front at the top left. Yeah, I had to get rid of poor George's tower, so I was like, you know what, I'll put up a thing for a new throne for King George.
Yeah. Like, when I was in senior year of high school, one of the things that I considered was actually doing teaching, but even at that point, being a male teacher was dangerous, and I'm sitting there going, well, I don't want to teach primary school, I want to teach high school.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to be back here in 3 years, and being only 3 years older than these girls, and it's like, that's not going to end well for me. I'm going to look somewhere I'm not supposed to look, and that's it. That's the career done. That's 3 years of university out the window.
Yeah, I mean, we had male high school teachers, and nobody ever really thought anything of it. And it's just like...
But yeah, unfortunately, the environment's gone so dangerous for them.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, I've worked with people with guys who used to be teachers, and then they're like, it's just too dangerous.
Skip says, I enjoyed the animation you did for Arch. Did, mate? Same. I mean, you can kind of use them interchangeably in that context, I
Yeah,
would say.
that's interchangeably.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I think Arch enjoyed it, although he was slightly disturbed. To be fair, he should either be careful what he asks for, or ask more carefully.
That's it. He needs to learn to be more specific.
Yeah.
The
He said, funny animation based on this. Okay. He already had some pregnant horse designs lying around. I didn't, Ramadan. I'm coming back to it. I may not read them in the right order, but I have seen they're there.
Yes. Once we're done reading the comments, I've found the list of emojis again, and we can talk about that.
I am going to read Ramadan's though. I hadn't ignored them.
Yes, we need to read
just not read
Ramadan.
them in the right order. Ramadan says, hello in chat and clean the squad. I'm looking for as many people to cross their fingers for myself and Mrs. Just put a bid on a house. Well, hey.
Ooh.
That's good news.
That is.
We are sweating bullets. Also, Dinko needs to try out Ghostmaster. I'm not sure what is Ghostmaster. I'll have to have a look. Is this game? Because we were just saying we're going to need to get a new game after this DLC.
Yeah, we might only have a week or two left.
Oh no, she's washing the dishes. Actually, I'm washing the picture. There isn't any. Oh, there's dishes. There's dishes here, isn't there? Registering to Dungeons 3 playlist. Said it. And saying again. Do try that game. I really want to do Dungeons 4, but I'm still not dropping 40 quid on it. I see there's already 2 DLCs out for it too at like £10 each.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna have to wait for it to go into a sale, maybe as a bundle with its DLC, because just £10 per DLC is gonna kill me.
Yes. DLC is expensive.
Yes.
Unless you can pull off a Kibbles and get people to start paying you to play obnoxious trash.
That's true. or Art. Art's just like, man, I want to play this game. Chat's like, here's $5,000. And Art's just like, okay then.
Okay, so we know Archer's price then.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm hearing. Archer
I
has a
might
price
just
and
play
we know
for
what
the
it is.
game and I'll play it.
Well, that's...
$5,000.
Shh. Josh, don't tell them that. They'll lowball you. Oh, I've been picked up by
I'm
the
a
train.
cheap streamer.
Do we need to VTube you? Turn you into a VTuber?
Chat has been... They keep asking. Some of them keep asking. I'm like, when Disco VTuber? And I'm like, when chat pays for the model. And chat better open his little piggy banks for that. Or wait for me to actually learn how to rig them, because I was considering doing that, because like I can do the animation. So why not figure out how to rig the VTube models? See if I can't make some of those.
Well, that's probably someone who can barely speak English on YouTube that's done an excellent tutorial on it.
I can't imagine it's too far from what I'm already doing.
I mean, you can already 3D model to an extent, can't you?
Oh yeah, I can 3D model, but I think most of the VTube ones are actually... oh, hang on, the music channel is actually talking. Why is the music talking? Music don't talk. Music's supposed to be playing.
Yes, the music's supposed to music, not speak.
There we go. That's better. That was very off-putting. Yes. I think, for the most part, they're 2D. There are some that are 3D, but then they're kind of run differently because they kind of run in Unreal, and I guess they then screen capture Unreal, which is obviously going to be really resource intensive. So I think most are just. Like,
I think there's like
models.
free software that works for VTubers now. I think you can literally just go onto the Steam software library and you grab free VTubing software.
Yeah, for once they're rigged, obviously, like you gotta do all the animations.
But gotta figure out that rigging
like,
process.
Face, to like sync it with your face. I think that software is free. I could probably just ask good old Rosa. Or
yes.
Just.
One of these guys would
make. Oh, there was chat saying. Remember, camel emoji means dry humping, according to the UK government. I mean, that's not kind of makes sense.
Correct. It does, but it must be some weird Zoomer TikTok shit because I've never heard it.
Well, it's the same when they're like, "Oh, don't make the thumbs up emoji because that's passive aggressive," and it's like, no, it's literally just I acknowledge that you've said something, but I really can't be asked.
Well, remember, Disco, you're not allowed to use the 100 emoji to agree with someone either because that references the 80-20 rule.
What?
Apparently, that's how they used it in the TV documentary. It's a.
Has anybody explained to these people what the word fiction means?
I don't think they're smart enough to tell the difference.
It's made up. Also, you know what Dunn says? Also, buying houses in Ireland is crazy. Houses in a small village by Limerick started at 295k, is now at 365. Oh, damn.
Yeah, that sounds about right. There's a one-bedroom house around the corner from where I live that's for sale for 600,000 Australian, which conveniently, because my currency sucks, is half of the British pounds, so 300k British.
Well, if our government keeps going the way it is, it may not be half for.
No. Well.
Who else have we got? Skip says, but yeah, I just got my first PC set up finally after the move. Hey, good job.
Nice.
I hope you're all settled into the new place now. I remember you said you were moving last time. Getting the PC set up is important. That's the first thing I do.
But, yes.
Screw having anything else. With the PC set up.
But that's where all the entertainment comes from.
It is. As long as you can get the internet set up straight away. That's the thing. Like, I had one house where I got there, and then I went to set the internet up, and the place where I lived had been, like, the phone lines had gone, like, through the hospital grounds originally, because it had been, like, an ex building for the hospital, like, where the student nurses and stuff used to live. Mm-hmm. And they had sold that privately, and it had been all renovated into flats, and that's where we've moved in. Well, it turns out the hospital, in its ever cheekiness, had cut that telephone wire, but they hadn't told the telephone company that they cut the wire when they sold the building. And so when the internet people came out to connect the internet, there was no telephone wire for them to connect to. And it took about 5 months to get internet in that place. Mom, there's no internet. I wouldn't have taken the tenancy had I known there wasn't be no internet for 5 months. It was bad. I must have spent thousands on 4G.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see that you're on the internet. LGM says you gotta get him before the refugees get him. Hugo says piggies.
Oh, and they're gonna get him. Conveniently, for one of the the companion article to Disco's article that I wrote, I did the research, and 84% of Australia's population increase was new guests invited by the government.
I'm imagining we're not in much better shape.
And, well, in Ireland, I imagine that it's like 110%.
Yeah, probably. LGM says, well, given to them by the government. Skip says, make Arch pay for MLP model for you. I mean, if I allowed Arch to pay for a model for me, I dreaded to think what he would commission. I dread to think. But especially given the animation I just made for him.
Oh dear.
It would be a shameful model. You don't give Arch that kind of power. You don't give him that kind of power.
And yet he gives you similar that power all the time, and then regrets it, and then forgets that he regretted it.
Namadon says, doing our best, Martin friend. We hope it'll work out well. We hope it'll work out too.
Yes.
Even fingers crossed. LGM says, I believe talking music is called rap. I think it was shilling. Shake Master says, I looked into what it would cost for me to commission an avatar and a rig. Oof, I do not have those funds. Yes, that's why I'm saying if chat wants VTube Dingo, chat is gonna have to pray poop and piggy bank. Because those things are expensive. Or wait for me to learn to do it myself. Skip says, I only use thumbs up emojis sarcastically. Skip, I think there are many things that you only do sarcastically.
I think Skip exists in a constant state of sarcasm.
LGM says, and some coloured heart emoji means someone has an STD.
Yeah, I've got the list up. It was conveniently posted by Josh from the Wider Cedars, and so the ones used during the show were the red pill. I think we all know what that means. Yep. Dynamite. So that's an exploding red pill. The kidney bean emoji, which is used to self-identify as an incel, somehow.
Okay.
The coffee cup emoji, which is used to express disdain towards women, in the form of women coffee cup. Which
I thought it was like people were using it like spilling the tea, or they're like talking about drama.
They were all,
shit.
yeah. But they also use it for that. I have seen it used in the context of much the same way as where like, gentlemen, I regret to inform you, women. I have seen it used in that context, but that's what they use on the TV show.
Ooh, on the TV show? It must be real then. Seen it on the telly?
Yep.
Fuck's sake.
Bleach has arrived, and he wants to know if that means Disco's gonna leave. It might be a bit more difficult here. Well, you won't know, because funnily enough you weren't there, but the second you dropped out of the Discord last night, Bleacher showed up.
Oh, I mean, I had been saying goodbye for a couple minutes before that.
Yeah.
It's not like I just chose to leave.
Well, it sounds more like he only chose to show up after you left.
Yeah, I know. I was waiting for me to leave. He's like, oh, now's my chance.
Yep. So, there are apparently different meanings for the heart emojis. The red heart emoji means love. The purple heart emoji means horny. The yellow one means I'm interested, are you interested? The pink one means I'm interested but not in sex. And the orange one means you're going to be fine.
Look, I will just say, I'm terminally online and I don't know most of these.
Well, that's because they were made up by some delusional cat lady.
It's fiction!
Yep. And then, and it just goes on and on too. Like, well, everyone knows that the eggplant's the penis. Fair enough. Peaches are butts, and apparently in this context, particularly kibs.
Yes. I mean, that one's true. It does mean bum. Kibs is cheeks.
Yep. The sweating emoji means hot in a sexual sense.
I mean, maybe I have seen it used like that. That one's...
Yeah.
That one's a... sometimes.
The dump truck refers to a large and or shapely bottom, which I've never heard of, but kind of adds up.
I guess so.
Yep, camel means dry hump. Tacos mean lady bits.
Not that one, yeah.
The upside down smiley face is used to express annoyance about something.
Really? I've never seen it used in that context.
I've seen it used sarcastically when it's like, oh, I'm thrilled, upside down smiley face.
Yeah.
The clown emoji is used when getting caught in a mistake or when feeling like a fraud. Never seen it used in that context.
I've seen it used in the context of, oh my god, you were a fucking clown.
Yep, you often followed by the earth.
Yeah.
The ghost emoji indicates being ghosted, i.e. dumped.
Never seen it used like that.
And now, this is where it gets into some really weird zoomer shit. The cap emoji symbolizes a lie, which could also be called a cap. And then I had to explain to Trim that that's how you get no cap.
Nope, never seen that one.
I think that might be true, but it could just be too zoomer for us.
Could be. But what's that got to do with red pilling?
I don't fucking know. But this is like a list of common emojis that parents should have beat their kids for using in a completely innocent context, because it can only mean one thing and one thing only.
Can we, like, beat the people that made the show instead?
I mean, I'm perfectly fine with that. What else is there? The two index fingers pointing at each other means shy or nervous, usually in context of flirting, which, fair enough, when I've seen it used in memes, that's how it's used. There's one that represents warding off the evil eye.
What?
The brain means oral sex.
The brain.
The brain.
The brain. The brain.
Yep.
Means oral sex.
Yes, the brain. Not as if there is a lips emoji that could be used for that.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
I can't even... like, some of them, I'm like, I mean, if you were to squint and be like, I guess you know, like, camel meaning dry hump. Okay, you know, you're thinking, like, camel toe, and camels are like, yeah, okay. I mean, ick, but okay. But brain? Yep. No, that one's just not braining.
No. The next one on the list is the index finger pointing at the OK sign, which apparently doesn't mean you want white power. Apparently it means that it references penetrative sexual activity, which, let's be real, we all knew that. But I'm surprised that they haven't listed the OK symbol as meaning white power.
Even
like,
Smokey was like,
surprised they didn't do that. Yeah. What else do we have? The squirt emoji means, well, exactly what we all know it means. Yep, the tongue emoji may indicate sexual activity, especially oral sex.
Well, that makes more sense.
Yep, that makes much more sense, doesn't it? The hourglass one is used to indicate when someone has an hourglass body shape, and I was not aware that those existed in the West anymore.
Unusual. I think I've done the kitchen.
Oh, nice. What else is on the list? The cold emoji is used in response to a snarky or savage comment, as in that was cold.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Never seen that, but at least
It makes sense.
Sense. Which is better than a lot of these. What else? The purple devil emoji means feeling fisky or naughty, which, yeah, fair enough. That's what that is what that's used for. What else do we have? The eye, mouth, eye emojis. A response that means it is what it is, which I've literally never heard of.
Yeah, no.
I've seen the emoji before, but never used for that. Something I can't see, and the star emoji can be used in comments to note a sarcastic, mean-spirited tone. So apparently, we're just going to surround Skip's name in those. The leaf emoji is slang for marijuana/weed, which makes sense. You won't want to write that out.
Yeah.
Then there's the drooling emoji, desiring someone sexually, often used in response to nudes, which is odd because I often use it in response to pictures of food.
Yeah. I can see how it could be used in either context, I suppose.
Yep, I suppose it's possible, but I don't think I've ever actually seen it used that way. The cherry means.
I mean, hang on. I'm just gonna roll that back a little bit. So you never. I mean, how many nudes are you sending for reference of having not seen it used that way?
Well, the women don't just tend to send responses; they send the police. But I mean, there's porn channels on both our Discords, and I've never seen them use that.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, I don't go in my porn channel. I just assume that my mods are gonna deal with it. I'm like, it's there.
Your mods are responsible for it.
They are. That's why. Literally, my skull is in there because I'm just like, I know you're gonna fill it up. So while you're in there, just make sure there's nothing that's gonna get me yeeted, okay? And he's like, okay. Because I don't want to go in there, and I don't want it on every other channel. So it's there to be contained. It's muted.
Well, half the channels on the Sultan's Discord had to get the NSFW tag because of all the fucking degenerate shit that kept showing up in the news.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Every time we're reporting on the latest thing that the Rainbow Mafia are getting up to, it's like, no, Discord says no, Discord says that's porn. Has to go into the NSFW channels. So it's like, fine, I'll make the degenerate Rainbow Stuff channel. It's restricted.
A lot of fucking progressive stuff does seem to, like, wind up being that, doesn't it? We were literally, earlier on, Jack had put this show on. He's like, I'm gonna put something, like, feel good on. So he puts this comedy thing on, and it's, like, the last comedian to laugh. And basically, they're just trying to make each other laugh, right? But a whole bunch of comedians in a house, and they're trying to make each other laugh. And if they laugh, they're out. And I tell you, like, almost all of the fucking female comedians they put in there were just fucking degenerate. And I'm just like, what are they? Why? Like, one of them, she's like flashing a fanny at another one, just trying to make her laugh, and I'm like, that's not very funny. That's just like, I've never thought.
Disgusting.
I'm just gonna like flash myself at this person.
Yeah, as Lord Inquisitor Rex says, move vagina. Yeah, that's about the level of female comedy. And
like,
that's
what?
the height of female comedy too, because if a female actually says something funny, that's just called comedy.
It's just like, why?
Yep.
Like, there's one, she was just being vulgar the entire time. She was just being fucking vulgar. And I'm just looking at Jack and I'm like, is she supposed to be funny? Like, because they just, some of them just look horrified.
Yeah.
It's like, your entire bit is, I have no boundaries.
Yeah. Well, it's literally the South Park meme, isn't it? Where Cartman comes out and is just like, just say my vagina a lot. As usual, South Park just calls out the truth.
Oh, just like, So yeah, that's what we were watching earlier, and like once I'd seen that, I was just like,
That's enough of that.
which is a shame because it's got that the black guy from the IT crowd in it, and I really like him.
Yeah.
And it's got him in it, and I was like, oh, like I think he'll do really well because he's so deadpan. You can have trouble making him laugh because he's very witty, but he's very deadpan. But I'm just gonna talk about me vag for the next however long. Here, you just flash it. No, stop.
Like,
why did you do it?
Fucking degenerates. And then they wonder why we don't want them anywhere near children. So, continuing these emojis. So, the cherry emoji means all three of the following: breasts, testicles, and or virginity.
The what emoji?
Now, the last one, the cherry emoji. Now, fair enough, the last one makes sense because of what that's colloquially called. But I've never even conceptually heard of it meaning breasts, when there's a perfectly good watermelon emoji.
Yeah, but for itty bitty ones, cherries is probably more appropriate.
So they're thinking about itty bitty ones.
Itty bitty titty
Yeah, well, what worries me about the people writing this list is they're probably ittier and bittier than we'd prefer. Then there's also the pastor or noodle emoji, which represents nudes, which are often called nudes, N-O-O-D-S.
I mean, I've seen them. Well, no, they're normally, whenever everybody's mentioned nudes around me, they've always mentioned it as N-U-D-E-S.
To be fair, I have seen it referenced as N-O-O-D-S, potentially, especially when trying to get around word censor things. But not the noodle emoji is like, okay, right. Then there's the...
To be fair, last person that asked me for nudes, I went and I found, like, you know, sometimes if people put their knees in a bra, or their bum cheeks in a bra, it looks like babies. And so I
think I remember this.
Got a picture of that off of Google, and I like zoomed in, like cropped it so it just looked like babies, and I sent him it, and he was. I waited until he got really excited. He said, because he was just a random guy, just fucking DM me for this. He said, yeah, baby, yeah. I'm like, oh, you like that? I said, Then I sent him the rest of the picture. He blocked me. Like, don't fucking come in my DMs and start fucking asking for fucking nudes, you dirty bastard. Oh, it was funny.
Yep.
It amused me.
So then there's the eyes emoji, like the bulging eyes one, which is apparently used when sending or receiving nudes. Now, receiving to represent eyes popping out of your head, like that cartoon wolf from the TV cartoons. Sure, but sending? Right. Then there is something that I can't identify, possibly a VHS or a tape or a credit card or something, used on TikTok to express wanting something portrayed in the video.
I could kind of see that. I guess it's the same as like when you send the Fry from Futurama, like, take my money. I guess it's kind of like a modern version of that. That makes sense.
Apparently.
Ooh, that moose head.
Then there's something I can't. Then there's the 100 one, which is a stamp of approval, and has been linked to incel groups. Who by? By this deranged bint.
By me. I have decided. Nothing Chris says, knees in a bra? Yeah. Although I think it's more bum cheeks now that I think about it. But it's like, they'll take
usually bum cheeks.
A cleverly kind of angled picture where if you crop it, it does kind of look like boobies. And yeah, my boy got really excited about it. Like, I've never spoken to this person before. They just found out I think it was a Sargon server that The head mod is female. Well, I must fucking ask her for nudes then. And I'm like, well, you're about to get fucking trolled, matey. That's what you get. That's what happens.
Good. Fuck the little shitter.
This is what happens. He thought his luck had come fucking in. I hope he had his dick in his hand when he saw the fucking rest of the picture.
Yep, that would be funny. So then we've got, what else do we have? Something that I can't tell because it's a mostly white emoji on a fucking white page, which is used to refer to sexual activity. Then there's the chili emoji, which indicates spiciness, inappropriate or risque content. Like, okay, fair enough.
Fair, I've used that one. I guess I'm in now.
That one's fair. And then there's the corn emoji, which represents porn, especially on TikTok.
Other than it rhyming?
To be fair, I have seen porn referred to as corn. Again, because of shitty little word filter lists. And then it lists the other ones that we went through earlier. And it's just deranged lunacy. Like, no one uses this shit. Dining table radio.
Alright, I'm gonna go through chat quickly because I have been ignoring them. We've got how far back? You've all been talking. Right, house. No, further back than that. But house right before market went further to crap. I was quite blessed to get out when I did. Yes. Skip. It has been real pain to set things and clean. Ground melted and shoes sinking 5 centimeters into the mud. So much mud everywhere from the move. Computer says no. I'm getting internet by connecting the phone to the PC with USB cable. Oh. That's not fun. Hugo says, peach emoji, peach emoji, peach emoji. That's insult culture thing. She said, how did I miss the Georges all over Bezek and Disco? Oh, in the pictures. Yeah. I couldn't use the wiggly emoji thingies because Discord has done their best to break that, so I'm gonna have to install something else instead. So I was like, I'll make up for it with kitty cats. All the kitty cats. Those are the lovely emojis that Trim drew for the membership on the channel before I got departnered. Did I miss the Georges? Please do him says naturally, and then he's posted a monkey and some lungs.
LGM says he also missed the gym.
Trim, yeah. Lord Inquisitor Hector says FR, no cap, straight bussin'.
I think that's a detention, young man.
Skip says, posted really old picture of text lingo fear-mongering to Disco. Have a read of that from Disco. I'll have a read after the stream. The Northium says the brain. Yes, the brain. Apparently, allegedly. It's more like a pear now. LGM says more like half an hourglass. I guess for the body shapes. More like an apple, like a beach ball. A whale, perhaps. Numadon says these don't roll out, but we'll send some links to Goldmaster to hold some tinkling on it. Thank you, Numadon. You're probably gone already, but you'll see it in the VOD. Skip says that pic I posted is from the time when Disco was a young text rebel herself. I'm definitely gonna have to look at that after the stream. Watching Visitor Hex to Rex says, I'm baffled by half of these. Only half, sir. Good job, you. VStuber says pencil sound. Pencil sound? A pencil speaker, pencil sound?
Sounding probably.
I don't know what he's doing with the pencil. I tried to think.
He's doing a Kibs with the pencil. That's what he's doing.
Hector Rex says prefer the use of the heavy breathing cat. I'm guessing that was for one of the emojis.
Probably.
Zenothium says Disco wishes to maintain her innocence. I do, but you lot are around and ours is around, so it's difficult. Zenothium says, so, Amy Schumer. Yeah, it wasn't her, but I don't even remember the name of half of these women. But one of them was like, apparently she's also a vegan, and she just...
Of course she is.
I'm like, stop flashing your vag. What are you doing? Hector Rex, who's the Aussie comedian? Hannah something. Don't know. Bezek might know.
No, I definitely don't.
Lee Steven's supposed to be a chair and a bed. I think that might be the cuck chair.
That's definitely the cuck chair. Oh, speaking for the last one, Disco. So now you have to know too. Sounding is what it is called when you stick an object, possibly a pencil, in the male pencil.
I do know this, and only because I had to edit that video for art. If you remember, I had to do a whole long edit on their conversation on sounding, and unfortunately, I do in fact know in great detail what sounding is now.
All the pictures, yeah.
Look at the sheepy. Meh.
Yeah. Kitchen teapot. Now, apparently I've got blind, but I can't see a fucking teapot in the kitchen. There's a kettle. It's clean, but I can't see the bloody teapot.
This is the kettle. Teapot.
Is it in the fridge? No.
Teapot.
It's not out here, is it?
Dining table teapot.
That's a dining table teapot.
There should be a teapot in here. It's not in the fridge.
It's not in the drying rack.
It's not in the oven.
Apparently some... Oh, Disco. It's the teapot. That's a jar, by the way, game.
Oh.
Well, I mean this thing.
It's a pot for tea. I understand now. Zenothium says, listen to me whinge about me minge for the next hour. Please don't.
Also known as female comics.
Lord Inquisitor Hector Rex says, I need to know what the thigh emoji is for research purposes. I don't know, maybe like a chicken drumstick. See, I can make things up too. I'm gonna have to get us into the next one, aren't I? What's the next one?
Yes.
Continue. Wallace and Gromit's house is what we're doing next. Let's start the job.
Ooh. But isn't this also their house? Oh, we're doing the outside.
I think. Skip says, innocence, degeneracy. People have been exposing disco to many things.
Fuck's sake, I've stayed in worse hotel rooms than this, Disco.
What?
I've stayed in worse hotel rooms than this.
This is gonna be bigger than your pod when you're older.
Yay!
Who else? Innocence, degeneracy. People have been exposing disco to many things, and she has been offered exposure to much more than she has declined. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't hang around art and not be exposed to degeneracy. It just clings to him.
Hey, he has a name. It's Kips.
Clings to him. Skip says penis. Hector Rex says knees and bra. Yeah, I think it's more bum cheeks actually, now that I think about it.
I have seen the knees, but it's usually like knees under a shirt and then a bum in a bra.
Oh, that could be it, yeah. But it was, because it was like big old hairy legs attached, like, you know, as once it zoomed out, it was big old hairy legs.
Big old hairy man legs, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I really enjoyed it.
Well, that's what they get for being sick freaks, isn't it?
Hector says, seems like slander against Calm. I'm not sure what that's in reference to.
The corn porn thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, against corn. That looks a lot like an M from here. It is kind of far away. Aljan says, also missed the trim. Why is everyone using emojis to summon Gibbs? Not referring to me, I knew Trim was here. So Trim just snuck in and out, did he, when we weren't looking?
No, LGM's referring to the one hiding up behind my shoulder.
Bezek! 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 Bezek!
Oh my god!
Bezek!
Oh my god. Do it again.
You're standing on it, so we're getting in.
Aww.
I won't let you fall in.
Boo!
Um,
Boo!
Hector Rick says, sounding with a pencil. LGM says, Bleach is just talking in hieroglyphs in Bezek's chat.
He usually does.
The only Aussie woman that made me laugh was the breakdancer. I mean, in one sense, yeah, and in the other sense, like, she did actually fuck over a bunch of people, because, you know.
Well, she's a professional fucking victim too.
And now they won't get to
with the doctorate in frigging feminist breakdancing. Not even joking.
Hector Rick says, best video. Well, her and Sugar Tits. Yeah, Sugar Tits. I do like Sugar Tits. Sugar Tits is funny.
Apparently, Bering is closer to me than I thought, because he got slapped by the cyclone as well.
Ah. I mean, I'm guessing closer is in, like, somewhat close, and not, like, around the corner.
Closer as in, like, France away from you.
Yeah. I'm just like, oh, he lives a couple streets down.
Oh dear. Yeah, Bleach is tormenting people with the fortune cookie emoji and the beach emoji equals a black cat. Now, if you've watched Sultans, you'll know what that means. Ladies and gentlemen, please do not put sand and or bleach in your vagina.
Bleach is like, hey! Sorry, Bleach.
Yep, he's literally hiding in my chat.
Hector Rex says Hannah Gadsby is her name. Skip says on
I
the
think
stove.
that's
I think he was looking for the
that's an
cow.
alleged comedian.
Bleach says I'm calling bullshit. No cheese in the fridge. Jim says Wallace ate it all. I think Bezek ate it when we weren't looking.
It was good cheese. Don't body things like standing.
Pod. Hang on,
Yeah.
the players in the game are robots. This is dude. Yes, we're robots. Come here. Come up.
Yes. Nope. Yeah, where's Disco hiding? Behind me, apparently. Yes.
we're
Robots.
robots.
Oh dear.
don't know why the toddler just squealed. Oops,
Serious toddler time.
Yeah. Hopefully she's just displeased. Skip says, chat, should I offer to or not? Should he offer to what?
I don't know.
I feel like he's scheming. Bleach says, I feel personally attacked. I bleached this hole for nothing. We have told you to stay out of holes, Bleach. No bleach in holes.
Especially not vaginas. Apparently, according to Skip, sand in female reproductive organ is a saying in Finnish for very unhappy female. Fair, makes sense.
Yeah.
If I was a woman, I'd be very unhappy if someone shoves sand in my vagina too.
Oh, I don't think Skip will have seen the conversation on Sultans.
He will not.
So essentially, some ladies in Africa have been putting sand and things like
literally
bleach into their lady parts to dry them up, because apparently it's better for their male partners to be, you know, sandy and dry. The friction, grit, scratchy. Because
and apparently this is causing increased rates of HIV because it's ripping and tearing.
Sad to bleach, sad is awful, as sand and cleaning chemicals in there. Yeah. Bleach says can't confirm. And Donald says it looks like a group of artists made this place dirty and called it modern art. They might very well have done.
I would not put it past modern artists.
Whatever Skip was going to do, he's now decided he's not going to do. It's probably for the best.
Probably. Dear. What really got me from that article about the hole bleaching was that the woman's like, oh, I spoke to... The lack of sexual education is horrible. I spoke to these young girls who give oral sex to protect their virginities. I'm like, hold on a second. Sounds a lot like you're saying these guys will rape them if they don't do something.
So please don't rape me, I'll suck your dick instead.
Yep. But this woman's complaint wasn't that these young girls were essentially being forced to provide services in exchange for limited protection. No, her problem was that the rapey fuckers weren't getting the kicking them off in exchange. Frickin' progressives, I swear to God. Academics. That's the problem, academics.
Good evening, Raritam. Him?
Hello!
Him? I'm not sure on the pronunciation of that. I'm never sure on the pronunciation of it.
You're English enough that you're not required to learn how to pronounce foreign words.
This is true. Skip says rear entrance access is more effective at transmitting Star Trek discoveries because tearing, scuffing, and other such damages make access to the tissue more likely. This is true, unless of course you put sand in the front door, in which case said tearing can more easily occur there too.
Yes, apparently in the communities that undertake this practice, it is a 4 times higher rate of Star Trek discovery in women than in men. Because of the industrial sandpapering they give the inside of their vaginas. Ladies, no, that's not how that works. Ladies, find you a man who won't make you sandpaper your vagina.
The best of it is, I bet it's not even the men that are making them do it. Like, the men are probably just like, whatever, like, any hole's a goal, man.
Well, the article actually did say that, remember?
And it's probably
The article
like,
says it was mostly being done by older women going, ooh, you won't be able to get a man if you're not dry and tight. And yet, meanwhile, the feminists are sitting here in fucking Australia and England going, woe is us. Meanwhile, in friggin' Africa.
I mean, isn't that always the way with Western feminists, though? I mean, you look at somewhere,
this is true.
like, I mean, what is Afghanistan? It's like right now for women. They're not even allowed to be near a window in case somebody might see them.
Well, this happens a lot in Muslim countries.
Hello, feminists. I don't seem to be able to hear you. Why is that?
Because apparently, oppressing women is fine if you are the right complexion.
I'd actually have more fucking respect for them if they were consistent and they were like, you know what, I'm all for women's rights globally. Get me a fucking plane ticket.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have more.
Shades like, I hate that it makes sense now. You're welcome.
That's why we're here.
You didn't know you need to be traumatized, but you did.
You did. You did indeed need to be traumatized.
It is a common side effect of viewing Sultans, unfortunately. Which we're trying to fix, if Trim ever finishes his artwork. Which, to be fair, we did spring on him with little notice.
We did. We only gave him a couple days notice, so yeah. And then I need to make it wiggle.
Yes. And then we need to figure out the technology side of it, which we definitely won't involve trimming.
Hello, Blade.
Hey, Blade. What has you up at this god-awful hour?
Probably work. He's probably got up for break again.
Poor bugger. It's not... That's what I meant by a god-awful hour. It's technically not even 6 yet.
Where's George? George is the one that makes all the noise for chat. Oscar just quietly toddles in.
We'll take Oscar noises if he can make some for us.
Oscar's not very noisy. So occasionally Oscar's like, meh. But he really doesn't have a lot to say. Yes,
Blade is Australian, unfortunately for him. Though, based on my rough guess as to where Blade's from, I think that Bering lives somewhere between the two of us.
Stop trying to pin Bering down.
Well, I'm going to triangulate this fucker if he keeps saying shit like, oh yes, I was affected by the cyclone. Cool, that narrows it down a little. It narrows it down to about 60% of the population, but it narrows it down. Yeah, New South Wales. They do daylight savings down there, it's horrid.
I hate daylight savings. I hate it so much.
One of my favourite things about Queensland is that we don't do that stupidity.
There just doesn't seem any need for it, and at least in the modern day.
Well, there was less need of it in the past. Like, entire social classes of people just got up when the fucking rooster went off. And the rooster gives no shits what's on a friggin' clock. Sun comes up, rooster comes up.
Yeah, that makes sense. God, I remember having to do shift work when daylight savings was on. And there'd be some nights where you would finish work at 10 p.m. You would be back in at 7, and then you would get hit with daylight savings, so you would get an hour less. You're like, should I just stay at this point?
Mm-hmm. Is he yelling at the dog, the child, or the cat?
It's definitely the child. No, put that back. she's got so many hands
I can't
right
see
now.
how that couldn't be the dog.
She's got so many
the
hands
cat.
right now.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
every time she comes
Blade
to visit,
will
she
understand
tries to grab
this.
things.
Shade as well, probably. Like, they get to a certain age, and it's like they have more hands than is humanly possible. Like, you stop them taking something with one hand, and then the other hand comes out, grabs it, and then you stop that hand too, and out comes a foot, which is somehow just another hand.
I thought you were going to say third hand. But a foot works too.
Wait, is he yelling at the dog, the cat, the cat? Answer, yes.
You think this is true? That's a fair answer.
Sure. Well, so far, I would say that the devs have learned their lesson about all the crappy vehicles.
I
in this
think
DLC.
so.
Like, it's
There
just
might be one in this DLC, though. There is a possibility for a van, but hopefully we don't get it. Hopefully if it is in, it's like something attached to another place.
I don't mind if it's just one.
Hmm. But not 3, one of which is invisible. SpongeBob.
Yeah, that was bad. Who DLC was bad.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
Mm-hmm. I'm cleaning my new house. Because this is about all I can afford in this economy.
Oh,
Then
yeah,
oh
yeah.
no, it has. There's electricity in here. I don't know if I can afford that.
Tough luck.
Let's. Oh, there is a brush and a picture. Oh, the top. Well, there's a clock. Apparently, the time is. Just about after 9:30. I don't. Presumably, I am.
Clean the flowers, I'm sure it will do them no harm.
Yeah.
Sure the flowers don't want a really good power wash.
Yeah. So, it looks like Mr. Gromit is a bit of a reader. He has some books in the kennel. He has garden, kennels, sticks, sheep too, and poodles. Ooh, naughty, he's got a poodle book.
Skip says, maybe this game gets DLC of cleaning up modern art exhibit.
But how are you meant to tell the difference between modern art and literal garbage? No, really, how? Oh dear.
Blade says, for those about to power wash, cannon fires, we salute you. Shade says, we have 10 watches and only 2 lights. Up those numbers. And we have people lurking and not pressing the button.
It's probably me.
Fairly sure somebody just unpressed the button. Only press one time. Skip says, when I was power washing as a job, any lumber would instantly turn to splinters. Oh, this game will have you like power washing.
4,000-year-old statues, literally Atlantis.
Yeah, it has you power washing electrics. It's like all the stuff I had you power wash, you just break. It's like, yep, our entire business is we will power wash literally anything.
Including the inside of Lara Croft's house.
I mean, we just power wash the inside of Wallace and Gromit's house.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Yes, but they didn't have an entire museum.
Uh-oh, here comes a monster.
What map you played?
The Wallace and Gromit one.
Cheese, correct.
Accurate.
Oh. Is that monster for me?
Yeah, she said sleep.
Well, let me quickly put on Bezek cameras so that it's not just a still screen while
I don't know if she will sleep, but she did say sleep.
Where is the Bezek camera? Where is the Bezek?
Hey, Prime's in. Hello, Prime.
Got the Bezek camera on there. Come here, baby. Hello. Hello.
We have acquired a baby, have we?
I have acquired a baby. Hopefully she won't touch
If she
anything.
doesn't, I'll come back in.
Hopefully she won't touch anything. Shade says, "Oh, little monsters are the best." She is very cute. Yeah. Yes.
She'd wanna be.
Are you watching Bezek Cam? Bezek's power wash.
Bezek Cam.
Let me see what chat is saying. Ow. Oh, no. Ow, 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 ow. Yes, I know what you want. I know what you want.
She has a lot to say.
She does. She's constantly talking now. Not all of it makes sense. Some of it makes sense.
Since when's that ever stopped anyone?
That's true. I mean, Hurdy-gurdy boy does the thing. Oh, hello, George. There's another monster.
Well, this one also speaks a lot. And is about as understandable. Yes, Aljam, you did hear a kitty.
Wow.
Bleach says that the baby is still clearer than Trim. Accurate.
Yep, yep. She actually has a lot of words now. Like loads and loads.
Oh, excellent.
George, could you not stand on my mouse? Thank you, please. Right, no, stop molesting the microphone. Come on. Come on. Chat doesn't want to hear you molest the microphone.
We'll happily listen to his meows, but we don't need him smacking the thing.
Bleach is still clearer than Trim. James said, "Wait, did I hear Kitty?" Yes, you did. That's Kid George.
Yes.
Blade says she's telling you what she wants. She is indeed telling me exactly what she wants.
She hasn't quite figured out everything she wants, but she's gonna say it anyway.
Have a good one, Shade. We'll see you later. LGM says, "Kitty!" And his best black impression.
Yep. Poor Black. I think he works some kind of weird rotating roster or something.
I know.
Those suck. Never able to plan for shit. Yes, baby.
Skip that description. She's constantly talking, and all of it makes sense. Applies to so many people. It does.
I don't know. Occasionally, Gracie does make sense. Some people
She
are
does.
not right.
She actually
That's
has
not right,
some like quite a lot of words, but sometimes she's just like.
Yes, it's almost as if babies babble to prepare themselves for speech, says some idiot childless cat lady who apparently got a research grant to do a study to figure that out.
She almost sounds now like she's talking, you know, the language they have in The Sims,
Oh, Simglish, yeah.
Yeah, and then occasionally you get like an actual word in there where she'll point at something. She's like, "Well, that thing."
Then there's the cat.
Oh, okay. George also wants to sit on my knee next to the child.
Now I can
Why?
think of some logistical problems with that.
This is why I have Bezek Cam, because at least with Bezek Cam, like there's still stuff on the screen while she has my attention for a few minutes.
And the cat, of course.
And the cat gets my attention too. He's trying to perch himself. George, my lap's not that big. Oscar, don't you dare. I'm up here enjoying this.
Three on the lap.
Okay, we'll see you soon, Blade. Psycho Dad comes in. Hello, good evening, Psycho Dad. Chat's busy tonight.
Yeah. It's almost as if when you can maintain something resembling a schedule, chat is able to show up.
Also, when you bring, George in and George's gonna secure to
Yes. As soon as George shows up, all of a sudden, chat skyrockets.
That's true. Like, Kitty!
I think we're really surplus to demand, Disco. Just put the cat cam on and we'll both go to bed.
That's true. Like, we were joking the other day about OnlyFans and stuff, and I was like, if I ever opened an OnlyFans, it would literally have to just be pictures of George. Like, because that's what my audience wants to see. They don't hear from me. Only George.
Only George's, yeah.
Are you petting the cat? Are you petting the cat?
Ah.
She does like she's like, Kitty! Yeah. I see it. I see it. Are you gonna let Daddy take you to bed? Yes.
Hopefully she sees that. Ow. She's very adorable, but that was right in my skull.
I don't know, something on Bezek Cam really amused her.
And was it the robot?
I'm not sure. She's not looking now. Hoping she might fall asleep. Way too squeaky. She is a little squeaky.
It was very cute, but my ear still feels it.
That's good. It says the internet is for cats and something.
Way too squeaky, yeah. Cats and babies, presumably.
Maybe. Only wholesome things.
It's cats and porn.
Wholesome thing.
One of the two.
We need to apply oil or cheese and a trap. I'm guessing that's to make the squeaking less. She does like cheese.
Yes.
She's a proper little cheese fiend.
And it's also appropriate to the game, which is really handy. Isn't that right, Gracie?
She's not listening anymore.
Nah. She's up to
about
something.
ready for bed, to be honest.
Oh, that's
hoping
nice.
she might drift off, and then I can hand her back. Hand her back.
But then you still have that one.
That one's not going to show up.
No, they never do.
Maybe I can hand that one back too.
Yeah. Poor bugger just walks back in and all of a sudden gets a cat and a child thrust upon him.
Yes. I mean, the cats will follow him if they think he has food. What do you want? I don't know what you're pointing at. I don't see. Sleepy time, madam. Sleepy time.
Sleepy time for Babby.
Should I show chat the white pill that I showed you the other day? Because it is gonna age a little bit before we get the show going.
Yes. If it was worth spoiling it for me, it's worth showing chat.
Well, I had to show it for you because I didn't know if you had shown it on Sultan's thing.
It's true.
Could you please not touch the microphone? Could you please not touch the microphone? Or I will have to require Daddy to come in. Okay, I think we will have Daddy come and fetch you.
Now, that doesn't sound like sleepy noises.
No, it sounds like we're not falling asleep.
Nah.
We'll just summon Dada, because Dada will have to come and take you. Uh-oh. Skev says the forbidden thing needs to be touched. Right, away with Dada, please.
What are you eating?
I'm not eating anything.
I thought you were holding out on snacks. Holding out on snacks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Gracie.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'll bring her back in when she's asleep.
Okay.
Again.
Okay. Right, let me see if I can find the correct thing. I'll have to go off Bezek Cam because I need Discord. Turn off the Bezek Cam for a second. I know I sent it to you. It's probably the easiest place to find it.
You'll have to dig through all the black bills first.
I do send many black bills. Many black bills.
Poor Maureen that time, we were just having a conversation and she's like, oh, every time you two talk, makes me sad.
And you were like, you should see our DMs.
And she's like, nope.
Into the white bill channels I go.
Bleach wants to be taken for snacks too. Would you like a bot, Bleach?
Okay, so this kind of made me laugh a little bit. And some people might have seen this already because it's been on Twitter for a few days now, but it was something that really kind of made me chuckle. So let me bring this up while we play.
Yeah. Are you sure you're not Scottish, Bleach? Just mix a bit of rum in with your milk. With the bowl of milk for the baby.
Here we go. So, UNN's Sean Finch has been investigating links between prominent social media figures and the promotion of the game Raid Shadow Legends, which is owned by Israel-based corporation. We have just sent the following messages to Count Dankula, you know, the famous Jew-loving
Nazi
Dankula.
man, yeah.
Who actually did do promotions for Raid Shadow Legends, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Apologies
Known for his
wasn't,
love of the Jews.
and Sargon of Akkad. We will publish the responses if and when received. Hello, it has been brought to our attention that on your YouTube channels you have promoted the role-playing game Raid Shadow Legends. The owner of this game is Plarium.
I'm sorry, the what game? The role-playing game. Yeah, right.
You mean the mobile slot?
the mobile retard money extraction game, yeah.
Yeah, second night, it's your boy. Yeah, it's your boy, Ray Shadow Legends. Maybe I shouldn't call it Mobile Slap. I mean, I am not above sponsorshipping.
I'm not above it either.
The owner of this game is Plarium, which is headquartered and based in Israel. As a Mate, I think that's supposed to be Matter.
Possibly.
For future shit. As a matter of public interest, due to your prominent role in political discourse, we're asking if you have been paid directly by Plarium to promote this game. Likewise, if you had been paid by an Israel-based company, would this in any way affect your coverage and commentary on the state of Israel and the role they play in international politics? This is an area of much interest, especially in light of the increasing concern at undue Israel influence and subversion, especially within right-of-center circles. Kind regards, David.
Yes. And that list of people that they're concerned about includes Count Dankula, famous for being a Jewish sympathizer.
Yes, that's what he's known for.
The man who was arrested and tyrannized for a Nazi salute
for offending the Jews.
Yeah.
Allegedly offending the Jews.
Yes. And I'm sure the fact that they're taking sponsorships from Raid Shadow Legends has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that Raid Shadow Legends is about the only fucking company that will sponsor right-wing content.
Yeah. Here's the best. Carl Benjamin, I have never done a sponsorship for Raid Shadow Legends. I expect a full retraction and apology for this lie. So not only are they just like, oh, these people, like, as if anybody who does take a sponsorship from this random game is like, oh yeah, that means I love the Jews, man. It's just like, no, it's just, they offered me money to say that their game was worth playing and to give like a promotional fucking item or something in the game. That's it. But the best of it was, Carl did never fucking take a sponsorship from them.
But if you are listening, Raid Shadow Legends, I'll take a sponsorship.
It's your boy.
But
apparently,
Bezek the capitalist.
Here is where they got their information, right? So we are hopeful that the aforementioned individuals will be able to shine light on this. And then they posted some screenshots of them basically asking AI, and it told them that Carl had promoted him on his channel.
Fucking idiots.
Just funny. And my response was basically the same as yours. Can we all also just take a moment to laugh at the accusation that Count Dankula is taking money from Israel, when the reason he has to earn from YouTube in the first place is that he was labeled a Jew-hating Nazi?
Yeah. Well, the reason he has to take sponsorships from Raid Shadow Legends is because they're the only company that will sponsor him after he got arrested for the Nazi pug video.
Yeah, after he got arrested for offending the Jews.
Well, as Bleach says, it's your guy, Raid Shadow Legends.
Just the level of ridiculousness is just astounding.
Yeah.
And I think, like, when I went further into
now.
it, Dank was just like, well, actually, it's just like a third party that is like, hi, we have this sponsorship here. Would you like it? Do you like
money?
Would you like money? Will you say thing for money? Yeah, I'll take thing for money. All right, okay, here you go. Here's money. It's just these people.
Yeah, known Jewish sympathizer, Count Dankula.
Yes. Jewish sympathizer counting to them. So that made me laugh. That was just a little fun.
That's so dumb.
I was gonna keep it for white pills, but we were going a bit slow on the whole white pill thing.
Yeah.
Because we haven't got the artwork finished yet. I don't want to
And we
half-ass
still
it.
have to figure out that damn tech, yeah.
And the tech, yes.
Because it's surprisingly difficult to share video and audio to another party.
I mean, we could just do it over Discord, and
that's probably the
video feed.
Yeah, that's probably what'll have to happen. It's just frustrating that it means that we won't be able to split out the audio from Discord. But I mean, it'll work. We'll just make things harder if you need to edit out shit because of copyright.
Yeah, well, I suppose we'll just have to figure that out.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few other options, but that's probably the easiest. Much like how Bezek Cam works.
Yes, kind of like how Bezek Cam works. And to be fair, that's what we did in the original White Pills with Monkey. We just screen recorded Discord. Blade says, I'm back! We're still looking for the bits to finish washing. Shopper. Well, she doesn't sound very mean.
Skip says that Carl Benjamin name sounds made up like Jack Oliver, just two first names. Apparently it's a slave thing. At least that's what I think Carl said somewhere. Apparently one of his ancestors was a slave somewhere. And that's where the Benjamin name comes from, because slaves don't have names or something. I don't pay that much attention to Carl's private life.
Aha! I fancied it.
Oh, fine, excellent. Is he dirty dirt? Oh, someone is very much not happy with whatever's happening.
Slaves are called Toby, apparently, allegedly. Someone isn't happy. No, she's not. It sounds as though she's being put to bed, and she's not very pleased about it. She's like, I normally get cuddles when I go to bed.
I wonder if she's confused by the fact that that she's going to bed early.
Yeah, she's
Is
normally in bed by now. But she does normally go with me, and she's probably like, "This isn't mommy, not the mama."
Nah.
Not the mama.
She's gonna have to get used to daddy. It's close enough. If you ask the leftists, it's exactly the same.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Is that how we know Grace is not a leftist? She thinks there's a difference between a mother and a father?
She definitely does.
What the hell are we looking for now? Garden planter frames. Okay, which one?
No, but...
It sounds like there's an argument over bedtime, and I don't think Jack's winning.
Not the mama, not the mama. Not the mama. At least there's a difference between a mother and a father. How vulgar, so last century.
Yeah.
Exactly the same, no difference at all between the two.
No, clearly no difference at all. We don't.
She's not a happy soul.
No, she is not a happy camper.
Not even
Oh
slightly.
dear.
Not even a little ass updates are. I'm gonna put Bezek on just briefly because I need to go and grab a drink. A bit scratchy.
Okay.
Oh, she's so happy, asshole.
Oh wow. And she's not in the same room as you, right?
No, she's not. He's
Where is she
getting
now?
alright till enough. I should probably go and see that too. But I'm gonna grab a drink. So let me put Bezek on just for a minute, and I will, if I can find it, I'll be back in just a moment.
Yeah, Disco will be back. Well, while Disco's away, the mice will play. Hey, chat. And we're not too far away from finishing the level either. Porch drain pipe. Let's see. Here's the porch. Here's the drain pipe. Is it around the back of the statue? Is it? Yes, it is. Bleach is already rioting. Preston's front legs. Preston is them's some eyes. And his front legs are dirty. Ah, there. There's the dirt. We have found the dirt, chat. We will clean the dirt. Shopper 13 lid. Shopper 13. Ah, that thing. Okay, and which part of the lid is dirty, please, gang? Yeah. Yeah, screaming like a Dalek, says Blade. Alrighty. Skip says we'll have to suffice just like the cheapest vodka. And the porch window sill. Which one of these? That window? Right, well, which one of these assorted porches is it referring to?
All right, I am here. I've traded Jack. He's going to make a cup of tea, and I have a monster.
Ah, well,
And the whole position falls.
Like says, scatter! It's the fuzz!
Give it a said, you will have to suffice like a cheapest vodka.
Yep. Yes. And we have finished, so we have a time lapse.
I see it, yes. We're still in Bezek camp for a second, just to like get us started again. But I convinced Jack to make some tea, and I now have a monster again. It says soon midnight. Should probably try getting some sleep. Probably a good idea.
Not the worst. Not the worst.
Alright, start job.
Ooh, so what's... Well, yes. What is the next job?
Knit factories.
Oh. And... Oh dear. There appear to be bubbles everywhere.
Bubbles.
Right,
I'll let you show chat around while I
nice.
deal with
Okay.
madam.
So we have we're down in the basement apparently. What a basement painting. Ooh, shiny. And what else do we have? We have a bully-proof vest. Not a bulletproof vest, a bully-proof vest. We have an auto-washing tub. We will turn it on and get an achievement for it.
Ooh, achievement.
What?
Skip
Well,
says the
just
problem
go
is his
stuck
feet
it, I
hurt
guess
so
I'll
much
jump
from
in the
standing. Oh, finally, Bezek's hot tub stream.
Yep, here's the hot tub stream you were asking for. Start donating. I was promised donations. I'm disappointed now. They lied to me, Disco. I was promised donations if I had a hot tub stream.
I don't think Maureen's here.
Typical. What? Such a slacker. We have an auto knitter apparently. No, not like that, Bleach. Yep. Automatic wall spinners.
Right, let's go back to Dinkle
A
Cat.
very loud cat.
He's not even
There
in
we
the
go.
room.
He's impressive. He sounds like he's right next to you.
Hector Rex says, put the bikini on, Bezek. Yeah, that's why you didn't get any donuts.
Maureen didn't say anything about needing a bikini. In fact, I think she said something about needing nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Tegoda says, the king is calling his underlings. Yes. Feed me, peasants. Feed me, peasants. Ply me with food. He's not very
Donald
happy
says
right
I'm a
now. Because he's only
terrible
got dry
male hot
food
tub
left.
streamer. Yeah, oh, poor George. Not dry food.
Yeah, we ran out of the meat, waiting for more to come. So he's now on the dry, and he's like, no.
But this is not food. This is only fit for a peasant.
I did not order these biscuits.
Yeah, Don says I'm a terrible male hot tub streamer. Where's the show and performance to show the hot tub off? Well, that wasn't what was requested by the people that said they were allegedly going to be paying customers. And chat gets what chat wants. Or chat gets what they ask for.
Yeah.
It's not my fault if they have asked poorly.
Yeah, you probably should have got money out. Stars. Stars. Yes, those are stars.
It's okay. I'll get it out of my. We'll schedule Monkey to do a repeat performance
Those are
later.
stars on the curtains. Yes. Yes, stars.
Donald says that a cat hot tub dream when George may make more money than Bezek. George is a Bengal. George would probably enjoy a bloody hot tub.
He would.
Oh yes, he would definitely make more money than me. And I'm not even offended.
Great. Given the opportunity, George would absolutely get in the hot tub. Have to be
Okay.
careful he doesn't
So you're
get in the
gonna-
bath with the baby. Have to be careful he doesn't get in the bath with me.
One of my cats occasionally follows me into the bathroom, insisting on having attention when it's time for a shower. So it's like, oh fine, I'll leave the door cracked open, and he sits there with his front paws on the edge of the bathtub, being like, attention, please. And then the look on his face when I do give him attention is like, why did you not dry your hands before touching the cat?
Well, mine will actually try and get in. Like sometimes he'll stick the front paws in and actually like stand in the bath.
That's Bengals for you.
They are fun cats though. Bit destructive.
Yes.
Bit crazy.
Very demanding.
Yep.
Prime wants to know if Disco owns any tartan clothing.
No, I mean I have a couple of plaid things. I don't think they count. I actually don't have anything tartan. Although to be fair, I did just have to throw the vast majority of my wardrobe out because surprisingly, when you have a baby, your entire body changes shape.
Shocking.
And I went from stick to having hips and having breasticles. Stars, yes, stars. They are stars. They are indeed. Twinkle,
Yes,
twinkle.
thank you. We heard you the first time.
Twinkle, twinkle. Yes.
Twinkle, twinkle, motherfuckers.
So yeah, I had to get rid of the vast majority of my wardrobe because I'm like, well, these are not going to fit me again.
Yep. Fantastic, because you could totally afford to replace your entire
I
wardrobe.
really could, yeah. I really could. kiss. That was a nice kiss.
Oh.
That was a nice kiss. Yes. I thought you were going to bed.
You thought wrong.
She's somewhat quiet.
Yes.
She's
I
not
think she
shrieking.
got what she wanted.
Oh, thank you for that. Don't knock the microphone down. Thank you. Poor chat. Poor chat.
It's very squeaky.
Let's not abuse
It's
chat.
very rumbly.
Yeah, let's not abuse the chat. No. I know it's really tempting.
When chat says they like to be abused, that's not what they mean.
I know it's really, really tempting to touch the microphone. But chat will be sad. And the keyboard's not quite so bad.
Apparently Bleach is dead.
It's not quite so bad if you touch the keyboard, I suppose. But let's not press too many buttons in case we shut the game or something.
Accidentally teach someone. Oh god, can you imagine if someone taught the kid Alt 4 F4?
Yes.
Oh dear.
Fortunately, I don't think she could manage to. Could you not grab all the random things that are around us? I thought you were tired. It's time for sleepies. Time for the sleepies. Get. What? What? Don't touch the keyboard. There is no duck in here. Dog? I want to see a dog. Stars, yes. What's that face all about?
He really likes stars, apparently.
She loves stars. What have you actually done? Why can I not make my character go forward? What am I
What's
stuck
the
on?
baby sitting on?
Yes, what do you do?
I think you're stuck on the sponges above your head.
Come here. Come here. Uh-huh. I like how the babysitter is getting time off. Right, let me play the game. That's here to watch the game.
Yes. Well, to listen to chat's here to listen to George. The game just helps in the middle.
That's true. The game just fills the time between George's outbursts.
Mm-hmm.
This is true.
Oh dear.
But it says, my ears, my leg. Yeah, sorry. She kind of batted the microphone. It was like, oh, I'm just gonna swing.
It's a lot.
Swing away. Time to go to sleep, little bear. You are tired.
She does sound a little tired and grumpy, so probably is baby sleep times.
Yeah. She keeps forgetting she's tired and getting distracted. She's like, tired, tired, tired. Ooh, shiny. Tired, tired, tired. Ooh, shiny.
Sounds a lot like disco during regular times.
That's true.
Tired, tired. Ooh, shiny.
No, this is because I have to work all night. It's the only time the baby
because someone
leaves
is
me
very
alone long
demanding.
enough.
Oh dear.
And then poor Jack almost gets strangled in the morning when you know, they've been up half the night trying to keep up with work, and get up in the morning and he's like, oh, I'm so tired. I barely slept a wink last night. And I'm like, I sat there listening to you snoring all night.
Poor Jack.
He's like, no, I didn't.
Oh, you mean like how Tim's like, I didn't make hurdy-gurdy noise. Sure, true story. Should we get the video? It sounds like a similar story.
Yes, I heard you. Oh, here comes King George.
Is this why you're going to teach him to edit, so he can sit there all night for 2?
Oh God, no, don't stand on the keyboard, George. Why? I need a stronger lock on that door. Right? No. No. You can sit over there and make noises for the chat.
Yes.
Away,
Yes, George.
Ouch. I've already got one creature on me and she's fallen asleep, so please don't.
Oh, thank goodness. It's amazing she can sleep with that guy going off.
That's true.
She must have been a very sleepy baby.
She's getting sleepy. Can you not, George, please? Because if you wake her up, I'm going to be cranky.
Where's Black when you need him? He'd love this. I hope he's been able to find time for the VODs at least.
Ow.
Lots and lots of kiddie noises for
I
him.
haven't seen him on the VODs. Normally he would like comment on them and be like, kitty noises, I miss the kitty noises.
Poor bugger must be extremely busy then.
Stars, yeah, they're still there. Mwah. Are you gonna go to sleep? Ow. Did you go to sleep, please? Right, George, you're taking the headphones with you. Attached to that tail of yours.
Oh, kitties.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. I thought you were tired. I thought you were tired. Ow. Don't touch the microphone. Don't touch the microphone.
That's where Bezek keeps his ears. Like
Mr.
eyes.
Jack, he was there. He is too. Jack's gonna be like, ah!
Oh, someone got a bad idea. Ow.
What? What? Ouch. Right, you don't get to stay if you're gonna do that. You don't get to stay if you're gonna yell. You make everybody sad. You don't get to stay if you're gonna yell. You'll have to go with Daddy if you're gonna yell.
Don't eat that.
That is like a fucking excuse you, what?
What do you want to do, darling? Because you're yelling in the bed and you're yelling. No, stop eating it.
Does she need a monkey? Or she's chewing on everything?
Where is it?
I don't know. Last seen in the vicinity of the bed. She's trying to eat the drying thing you put your clothes on.
Oh.
Clothes wash thing.
I'm sure that's very
You're
nutritious.
chill out. Are you coming with me?
Yeah, if you're not gonna chill, you'll have to go with Daddy. I can't have you yelling in the microphone, darling. You make Bezek sad. You make Chat sad. Look, they've all stopped talking. I think they ran away.
Huh? Huh?
I said, poor Chat's all stopped talking. I think they ran away and taken cover.
The poor Chatsy is. Oh, apparently Blade's not talking because he's got a very similar problem to what you have, Disco. A child has been thrust upon him. Yes.
Did you just drop your monkey? I can't help you with that. What are you doing to that clothes horse?
Instruction, apparently.
At least she's not eating it, I suppose.
Small mercies, eh?
Okay, this is why I can never get nothing done.
At least theoretically, when editing, the additional noises aren't much of a problem, but having all the hands occupied by chunks of baby and cat, I imagine, does slow the process down.
This is why I tend to do it at night while she's asleep. I'm like, alright, baby's asleep. Quick, quick, quick! Time to start working.
Yep. People underestimate how much time-consuming editing can be. Like, even a basic edit takes, like, at least an extra 50% on the length of the video for the stuff I do. And it's just, like... And that's just cutting out, like, mouth sounds and coughing and things. And it's, like, for when I'm editing the Art Shack videos. Granted, I can listen to it at double speed, but when there's all the stopping to cut things out, retime things.
Where you going? You're gonna fall off the chair. Alright, you're gonna have to go with Daddy. You're gonna have to go with Daddy, and he's just gonna have to give you bum pats until you fall asleep. I cannot have you falling out the chair.
That would not be good for anyone.
Shh. No squawking, no squawking, no shrieking. See, where's Dada? Dada! Dada! Dada.
With me? Just don't scream the house down, darling.
You might have to walk around with her until she gets sleepy. She's just getting into it. I want to go and explore stage.
No.
The problem is she's going to go overtired in a minute, and then she's going to be like,
if only there was a solution to this tiredness problem. Yes, if only, baby.
That's not good. She's occasionally going to have to fall asleep with Jack instead of me.
Yes, she'll need to figure this out eventually, sadly.
She wants to watch Bluey. I just heard her asking for Bluey. She thinks it's called Bingo because she likes the little one more.
Well, that's fine.
She's Bingo, 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 Bingo. One watch Bingo, Bingo. I just heard him say no, Bingo.
At least it's your and the Americans' turn to have your kids' accents affected by TV shows.
To be fair, Bluey's very wholesome.
It is. So I've heard. Unfortunately, I'm not exactly the target demographic to go find out.
It is very wholesome.
That's good. I've heard. So I've heard. Unlike most of the other crap on TV, even for kids. Have we mentioned how? I'm sure we have, but have we mentioned here how there's a Peppa Pig episode that they don't like showing on TV because it's like, be nice to spiders, they won't hurt you.
Yeah, I can understand why you wouldn't want to show that on TV in Australia. And
Yeah.
I'm sitting wrong. It's like, no, don't, just stay the fuck away from the spiders.
Yeah.
Maybe take a
'cause
flamethrower or 3 to them.
Yep. Because apparently the episode goes something along the lines of, "Oh, spiders can't hurt you, so we shouldn't hurt them. They're our friends because they eat flies and things or whatever it is." And it's like, sure, in England, excellent message. In
I
Australia,
understand the sentiment,
spiders are not
yeah.
our friends.
I understand the sentiment. Well, just
Yes, we do not play with spiders in Australia.
don't touch the fucking spiders. Do not go anywhere near the fucking spiders.
Yep. People like to say that it's banned, but it's not. It's just that one of our broadcasters has declined to show the episode again because of the obvious Australian spider issue.
I mean, I'm not much for censorship, but that makes complete sense when that's messaging for children that is just in that region objectively wrong.
Yeah. It just makes sense to not show it, or if you do show it, like have it recut or add something. But yeah, saying spiders are our friends and can't hurt us, very much not accurate in Australia.
Yeah. I know
Fortunately.
I actually approve of that censorship because that has the potential to do actual harm.
Yes. And it's not even really censorship because they've just elected as a channel to not show it because of the risks, which is perfectly reasonable, I think.
Well, yeah, you definitely don't want to be telling kids in Australia that spiders are their friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, go and pet a snake, kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not.
Psycho Dad says, to be fair, the Aussie spiders are the size of a small car.
Some of them, not all your spiders are massive, are they?
Not
Some
all
of
of
them
them.
are
Some
small
of
and
them are.
deadly.
Some of them are teensy and deadly. Yeah. Like the. Fortunately, because of a combination of education and anti-venoms and things, we don't have many deaths from spiders at all. I don't even know when the last time we had a spider death was, but they're very rare and far between. But they will still fuck you up.
Yeah, but you do not want to be having a show telling kids that spiders are their friends over there.
No, well, like even if the spider won't kill you, it's still going to cause an immense amount of pain for a long time. So not a message for kiddies. Yeah, exactly, Blaze. Spiders are friends in Australia. Bullshit. Yeah, in the UK, my understanding is that your spiders are in fact mostly harmless and just sit around eating insects and shit.
I mean, honestly, I still don't really want them in my house.
No, well, I have an understanding with spiders around here. The inside is for Bezek, the outside is for the spiders. If they're outside, I won't fuck with them, and if they're inside, they're dead.
No trespassing.
Yes. But I'm perfectly happy for them to hang around outside and protect my house from the other bugs.
Yeah, I'm quite happy. See if there's spiders like on the outside of the window. Like they're quite fascinating to watch them like weave their little webs and whatnot. Like they're fun to watch. The second they cross that threshold and they invite themselves inside, I'm afraid a line has been crossed.
Yes, they are incredibly fascinating little creatures, being when watched through a pane of glass.
She does not want to hang out with Daddy.
Poor Daddy.
I don't know why he's trying to sit down over there. I was like, that's a power bomb. Just look around the power bomb.
Sorry, Disco, I legitimately can't hear you.
She's not that loud.
You would be utterly surprised.
She's in a different room.
Your microphone is incredible at picking up these sounds. But I legitimately couldn't
figure out. It has different
interpret you
settings on it.
over.
I thought this was the one for being close, but of course, I can't twist that up. I would have her in here, but she won't actually sit still.
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily volume-wise, but the pitch is just penetrating. I'll keep an eye on the Discord meter, the OBS meters, if she kicks off again.
Could just be Discord.
It could be.
Aww.
Well, the good news is, if Discord actually if OBS actually picks it up, it's hitting at least the minus 35.
Oh dear. What's she done? Oh, okay. I haven't told her. What happened? What happened? Why is Daddy growling? You're tired. You're tired.
Yeah, but she won't fucking sleep.
I'm still on stream. I'm still on stream. Come on, bear. Yeah, I know, my tired girl. Let me pull Bezek out my ear. Don't pull Bezek out my ear. I need to be able to hear Bezek. Come here and cuddle with me. You have to be quiet though if you're gonna be in here. But yeah, Bluey just seems to be quite wholesome.
Well, that's good. There's so little wholesome stuff out there these days.
Let's hope it stays that way.
Honestly, I'm surprised that it's where it is, so hopefully the creators stick to it. But did it start as books? It might have started as books, so if the author has a plan, hopefully they have some creative control and can keep it wholesome. I would have to look. I'm mildly curious, but not curious enough to stop power washing. Blade says, quote of the morning from Mummy, my hand is not food for the baby.
Ah, yes, I remember when Gracie thought my hand was food.
I just wish my cats would learn that lesson. No, cat hand is not food.
Your hand probably would be cat food. The cat was hungry enough.
If I held still long enough.
Exactly. Gracie, please don't kick me, darling.
Haha. I have acquired the high ground. I shall win against the dirt.
Good.
What else does the baby like to watch that's useful?
She likes Miss
Just continue the
Rachel.
conversation.
Don't know if you've heard of Miss Rachel.
No, only in our
She
conversations.
Does, yeah, she
Chuck him
does
here.
like preschool songs and whatnot. It's quite
Ah.
cool on Miss Rachel.
I remember when we used to have that on TV. Hell, we might still have that on TV. I'm sure Blade, remember, has been a recipient of the wonders that are Play School. I think Play School's been going, what, 40, 50 years or something? If it's still going. Because I watched it as a wee tyke 30 years ago. And I think it's still going, but yeah, that used to be the big thing for little kids.
Netflix is yes. It is. I guess it's still
It
going.
is. Awesome. Yeah, that's got to be like 50 plus years. It might have been going in the 70s or something. But
Yeah, she did
obviously
enjoy
the
Pingu
hosts
for a while.
changed, but
I was
yeah.
just like, I'm not putting some of the new crap on for her because some of us probably will at this point. But she did really enjoy watching Pingu when she was little.
Pingu is
Some
interesting.
of the
at
early
least.
episodes of Pingu, like, he was a dick.
Yeah. Yep.
Pingu was a little shit.
Are you familiar with the internet thing about how Kai's a little cunt?
But who?
Caillou.
Caillou.
You know, if you're not familiar with that little shit, it's for the best.
I don't
It's
think
the bald-headed
I am.
little dickhead.
I don't think I am.
Hmm. But apparently it's popular rag on him on the internet for being a little
I think
shit.
she's just unplugged the headphones. Hang on a second.
Oh dear.
Could you not pull the wires? That would be great. Thank you. LGM
That
said,
seems to be a lot to ask.
used to watch Pingu as a kid. Loved it, apart from the walrus episode.
I thought Melox doesn't see what the problem with the walrus is. Then you look at Melox's dog and understand. Yeah. I think they used to cut the mini episodes apart, or vaguely trying to remember back 30 years. It was like one Pingu skit in between other things.
Probably. It's not very long, is it? Like each episode?
No, I think in some places they might play a couple in a row, but here I think they only ever did the one in a row. But my memory ain't what it was.
She doesn't
I'm
watch
30
very
going on
much, so
75.
that's about all she watches. But she thinks Bluey's called Bingo because she likes the little doggy.
No.
The baby one. She's like, Bingo, Bingo! Bingo, Bingo!
Yeah, that's good. It's a good time. Dear. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I saw as a kid that might have made its way over into the UK, or come from the UK, and it's few and far between. Oh, you got Postman Pat, that was one that I used to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, before the CG.
Yes. The original Postman Pat.
Yes, with his black and white cat.
Yep.
Which I still to this day remember, which tells you it's a good jingle.
Yes. I think some of the old cartoons are actually available online. Definitely
Well,
have to go.
they probably are.
The old one.
The only question is whether it's officially or not.
That's true.
But no, quite a lot of the old stuff is pretty good. Oh, we did have Bob the Builder over here in Oz. Blade says he's worried about the Blue Crow's next series, Willy. That has me worried too. Oh, LGM says when we had Bananas and Pajamas Speed level all the time. Yeah, that is. Pretty sure that is Australian. I remember that when it was literally two dudes in a suit not this modern friggin' animated abomination.
I think I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, Australia used to make a lot of really good kids stuff.
I used to watch all the time, and nobody else ever remembers it existed. Like everyone else I talked to, and they're like, "Nope, don't remember that. Think you must have made it up." But I used to watch it all the time because I had it on tape, and it was Ollie Ox Tales, and I watched it all the time. And everybody's like, "Nope, don't remember that one." I'm like, "It definitely existed."
There was also the Fever Nightmare that had the elephant and the fucking squeezy musical instrument and the truck that haunts my nightmares. The accordion, I think it was, like a kid's accordion or something, whatever it was. Horrific looking thing. Let's see. So, in referencing the TV show, the new series Willy, Blade says that apparently it's a coming-of-age story set in 2003, which means that whatever it's about, it can't be good. Coming-of-age stories never are, to start with.
Can we just make more shows about doggies? Wholesome doggies?
Yeah, something I've found that apparently went off air before I was born or something. There's something called like the Discovery Show or something that used to be on TV in Australia, and it's just like two dudes in a television studio making really high quality educational content. Like that might be something to put up. It's certainly got no songs, so it's for like 6 and 7 rather than 2. But
Can't be
it's
having
very
educational stuff like that.
Well, nowadays I think they got the rights back to it or something. They're just uploading it on YouTube.
Nice. T-shirt.
What
and
else?
Teabag? Says
I do
Blade.
not remember T-shirt and Teabag. Doesn't mean I never saw it, just means I don't remember it. Apparently, LGM used to be obsessed with bananas in pajamas.
Oh, I don't think I was ever obsessed with it, but I do remember it vaguely.
There used to be so much original kids stuff from Australia. I think I can hear someone breathing.
Yeah, she's getting tired.
Yeah, it's like one of those creepy phone calls with someone breathing down the phone at me.
There's not much to do. Unfortunately, she does need to breathe.
No.
And she seems to be
Yeah.
in there until she goes to sleep.
I know. Poor thing is breathing real heavily though. It just sounds weird on this end of the Discord call.
She's getting sleepy. Fight
Yeah,
and
poor
sleep,
Baba.
that's what we're doing. We're fighting at bedtime.
Yeah. As I keep saying, you know you're a grown up when instead of fighting bedtime, you have a nap.
She's normally okay.
Well, that's how you
I've
know
got
when you're getting
go
old.
to bed with her, but she,
Yeah,
You'll have
see,
me
the whole
tonight.
on Sundays we stay up and play games. It'll be very interesting once she has a better grasp on the language and what's going on.
yes, we'll have slightly more PG words in the street. I'll just have to like let Bezek have all the naughty words because she can't hear anything through the headset. I'll be like, Bezek, what's that swear word I wanted to say? You'll be like, cut. That's the one.
The
Thank you,
Australian
Bezek.
one, yeah.
That's the one. Thank you, Bezek. I'll just have to
It'll be very-
outsource my swearing.
Outsource it to Australia. It'll be interesting times. Poor sleepy baby. And she's... Nope. Friggin' gravity. Gravity does not like me.
To sleep, please, madam. Never mind that the pillow's a bit glittery. Go to sleep. She's like, oh, I've just noticed this pillow that I'm on. It's a bit shiny.
Oh dear.
Don't pull my headset out again. Go to sleep, please.
Oh man.
Yeah, monster. You know, I was really looking forward to drinking my tea, and now I can't reach it.
So, not the tea. What will Disco do without her tea?
Dehydrate.
I thought the problem was tea withdrawals, not dehydration.
Yeah, why not both?
Hmm. Oh dear.
So what have you been playing with Mr. Trim this week then? What's on the agenda?
We have played some more Orcs Must Die. We
How many
then proceed to
things
fall
did Trim
off
fall off?
everything in sight.
I was gonna say, how many things has he fallen off this week?
Quite a few. No, mostly this week I've been playing a kids' educational game with Bleach because we're apparently reliving our childhoods.
What
Because
was it based on this week?
Oh, all around the world, but where did we go? Greece, Italy, Cambodia, Nara, over in Japan. Conveniently, someone put a public domain picture on Wikipedia for that.
Nice. That's always handy.
Yeah,
It's just
it goes
actually-
great in the thumbnails too. But yeah, we spend way too long talking about irrelevant distractions like on Sultans, but this time it's on purpose.
What are you doing? You can't go over there. You have to stay over here.
Hmm.
Afraid if you're gonna stay in here, you're gonna actually have to just stay relatively still.
I don't know if it's just because it's the third level, but this one feels a lot more complex.
Yeah, I think there's just more kind of little bits in it. It's not. Nothing's too. Well, I say nothing's too hard to clean.
No,
We
not
haven't
terribly,
got,
but
we haven't got
which,
to the end yet where it's like, haha, here's all the little bits you missed.
yeah,
Back.
I'm just wondering if it's because I'm a sleepy Bezek, so it just feels like it's taking longer.
Potentially. This is what you get for being in the future.
Unfortunately, it never helps me with watering. Because if it did, I wouldn't have to sit here on the internet trying to make it back.
No, nobody said that you were a good time traveler.
Could be worse. It could be the current Doctor.
Yeah. That's getting cancelled, I think.
So I've
To be fair,
heard.
they pretty much cancelled themselves.
I mean, they went out of their way to ruin it. Like, they're saying they're going, oh, let's make all these woke choices. Huh, all the audiences disappeared. I know, let's double down.
Let's just tell the audience that they're racist. Yeah, that normally works to get the audience back.
Yeah, because that's worked so well for everyone else who tried that. Well, no one ever said they were smart. And of course, well, the second Disney got involved, you knew it was over.
Grumble, grumble. I really liked Doctor Who. Grumble, grumble.
Yeah. I used to really like it as well.
Grumble, grumble.
Like it all went. Like I really hated Capaldi when it started, but that's because I'd never seen Capaldi in anything before.
Do you know what? I didn't mind Capaldi. He had a few decent episodes.
Yeah,
I think
well, that's
he
where
had
I'm
some-
getting to.
some
Because
bad
when he first
writing.
showed up, yeah, he had abysmal writing. Now they've seen him in a few other roles. Yeah, he's a brilliant actor. He got robbed by the idiot writers.
And he did have a few really good episodes where,
Hmm.
you know, they kept the crap out of it. But
I
yeah.
couldn't tell because it was. Oh, I was forever distracted by his black female lesbian companion, whose hobbies included being black, female, and lesbian.
Yeah, she was not interesting at all.
She was so one-dimensional.
I think that actress got completely fucking robbed. Like, how are you even supposed to work with that writing?
Yeah. Well, that's what happened to Capaldi. He's a brilliant actor, and then he gets this crap. Like, what the hell's the man meant to do?
Yeah, I mean, I do think he had a couple of good episodes in there.
Yeah, he
The
had a
writing
couple
was
of good episodes, but overall,
But I didn't mind him as the Doctor, but the writing, you could tell which direction the writing was going in by that point, and it wasn't in a good direction.
no.
It was
But
just,
I think
a lot
my
of the time
biggest
it was
issue
just
was
setting
that
up
this-
for what they were about to do, like foreshadowing it.
Yeah. Because I'd never seen Capaldi in anything, I didn't have the background knowledge to know that what he was like as an actor, so he originally just got tarred with the same brush as the writing. And then after I'd seen him in some other things, I'm like, oh, wow, this guy got absolutely robbed. Unfortunately, everything else was rubbish.
Ladies stuck in bumper to bumper traffic.
Whoa.
Sounds of it. That's not good. I do not
Nah.
miss commuting one bit. Not even a little bit.
I absolutely hate when I have to drive to the big city.
Oh,
Not,
driving in.
not least
yeah.
of which because I drive stick.
Yeah. One of the things I'm looking forward to most about moving is the fact that I will no longer have to drive in the city. I hate driving in the city. I hate it.
Well, when my city was built back before Australia technically exists as a country,
Right.
it was designed for like horse and cart. So all the main streets in the city are a horse and cart each way wide.
Yeah.
And then when they built the bridge, I think they built it for like 1920s traffic or 1940s or something. So there's a 4-lane bridge in the center of town, and then the next bridge is 10 minutes away in one direction, and in the other direction there's nothing. So it's bad enough at the best of times, but then when the other bridge went underwater in the floods, everyone in the city had to cross the one bridge. I spent like 20 minutes queuing for the bridge. And of course there's a roundabout immediately on the one side of it. And as I'm sitting there trying to enter the roundabout, this woman in the outside lane stops, waits, and waves me through. And just as I'm describing to my passenger how, oh, this stupid bitch, there's no way I'm going to pull out. If I pull out, some moron is going to come flying, car comes flying past her.
Yeah, that sounds about right. No, I despise driving in cities, particularly the city, because it's close enough to London that a lot of the drivers that are here are London drivers.
Oh, lovely.
And there are certain times of the day where it's not even safe to be on the fucking pavement. Like, you're literally walking down the pavement and then someone will decide suddenly that they're parking on the pavement pretty much where you're standing. And up they fucking get onto the pavement, both wheels on the pavement, like, you know, both sides of the car on the pavement. They're not even just a little bit, just kind of tucked in off the road. No. All four fucking wheels on the pavement. Parked.
Yeah, lunacy.
Like, oh, just...
What else do we have? Psycho Dad says that Capaldi went from the thick of it to Doctor Who. What a downgrade. Yep, I don't think Capaldi was expecting it to be anywhere near as bad as it was. Blade's like, wait, Doctor Who kept going after Capaldi?
No, that was fan art.
No, I don't think there were any fans involved in it. It's just some knockoff. As Psycho Dad says, there was the woman doctor, and then there was the black gay doctor, because the woman doctor worked out so well for them.
And I gave it a go. Like, I was skeptical, but I thought, you know what, Missy was pretty good. I don't know, like, I don't like the way they brought Missy in, but the actress was really good. Like, I enjoyed Missy play, like, in Doctor. I was like, you know what, if they play it off right and they say, make it like, you know, something goes wrong during regeneration, and like, on the other side of it, he's like, whoa, why do I have boobs? Like, that could be an interesting story. Like, something went wrong in his regeneration, because that really should be the only way that he's able to come back as a woman, is if something's gone terribly wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Like it could have been really interesting.
And then,
especially if they hadn't wasted the Missy's actress on Missy. Yeah. She was so good. If they'd gone, oh, female doctor, and it was her, they might have had something to work with.
Maybe wrote it a little bit better, you know, have it be an accident, something intervenes at the time of regeneration.
Yeah, something abnormal.
Then you have the doctor trying to grapple with the fact that he's now a woman and he doesn't really understand why he's now a woman. That could be really interesting, and you could make it make sense with the lore. Clever writing, you make it make sense. You don't just rewrite the lore, like, you make it make sense.
Yep.
But no, that's not what they did at all. And I gave it a go. I did watch the first season with the woman, and it was like an episode of fucking Scooby-Doo. Like, come on, fam! Because she needed a whole cast of companions, because she was such a weak actress.
Literally, like half a dozen to a dozen of them I saw at times.
She had,
not that I watched
three ongoing companions. 3. She needed
yeah, but
3
each episode
people
she
to
got
prop her up.
another 3.
Just not good. Not good.
No. And you know why they chose her instead of the actress that played Missy?
I don't know.
I would put money on Chris Chinballs getting her on the old casting couch, because he was the showrunner on her previous TV show.
Or if they really wanted to do like female Time Lords, like they had the Doctor's daughter, like that's a female Time Lord that exists in that universe. You got River Song. Right,
Well,
you
yep.
could have followed River Song's story because again, like brilliant actress, brilliant story.
Imagine a good Adventures of River Song. Wasn't that something they talked about doing or actually did?
I think
or maybe,
it might be an audiobook series.
Yeah, maybe it's one of the audiobook series. Imagine that as a TV show, kind of like how Torchwood used to be its own thing. The Adventures of River Song. I'd have watched the shit out of the Adventures of River Song.
Yeah, because we got, we kind of knew the outlines of River Song's story because she, obviously her timeline's going in reverse, so we would see her every now and then and see what, how her story was going backwards. But it would be quite interesting to have had a spin-off or something with her. But again, no, it had to be the Doctor. It couldn't be another character. It had to be the Doctor, and then it had
That's
to
how you know it was entirely political.
It just had to be strong-armed in with no thought about how it was going to be possible in the lore that existed, because that's what pissed people off most of all, because the lore specifically said that there was male Time Lords and female Time Ladies. They couldn't swap between them. Like they were different. Meow. To you too.
Bleach apparently really doesn't like River Song.
I like River Song. I liked her story.
He also.
I love the way that they did it.
Yeah. He also says the Rani rather than Missy fight him in a jelly pit. Firstly, no, not going to do that. Secondly, yes, Missy should have been the Rani, but we're talking about her actress being good rather than the character being good. The character being the fucking master with his dick cut off was a fucking stupid idea, as we've just covered.
I don't know, I quite like the scenes where she met himself. That was quite interesting.
True, that was.
Like that did set up an interesting dynamic between the current master and the past master when their timelines met.
Sure, but we know why they made Missy the master, and it wasn't because they were wanting to do something clever with it.
We do, obviously, but again, the actress knocked that out of the park, which made me not mind it quite so much. But it was very much to soften our palates towards the female Doctor.
Well, that's it. We had the Time Lord General or whatever regenerate into a black woman. And honestly, I should have just ditched the whole fucking thing the second that happened.
Like, that was just like, what's going on here? No,
if I'd been more politically aware at the time.
I think is she talking to... I think she might be talking to the black lesbian. The one-dimensional black lesbian. I think she might be talking to her, and she was talking about the Doctor. She was like, I can't remember if he was a man or a woman then. And it's like, shut up! We know!
Oh yes, he's just been a man for the last he was just a man for his entire 12 regenerations, so yeah. And then magically they retcon going, oh, the Doctor's had hundreds of forms. Fuck off.
Did they even ever explain how that was possible, since he's only supposed to get 12? They only get 12? He was gifted extra ones?
Yeah. No, don't bother explaining it, just go...
Maybe they should have stopped on the 12th one and not had extra ones.
Well, Bleach reckons they probably shouldn't have even bothered with the new series, so I bet.
I mean, I quite like the first few Doctors on that.
Granted, we are a decade younger than Bleach.
I mean, to be fair, I missed most of the early ones.
Yeah, I think when the first indication of when it started really going off the rails was, well, the fucking Mary Sue.
Oh, Clara.
Again, yeah.
the concept of her was interesting, but it was supposed to start to get us used to having that prominent female character in the show, because there was times where she just didn't need no doctor. But the idea of her was really interesting, the whole kind of being interwoven through the timeline. I liked that idea.
Yeah, well, that was a pretty good idea. But again, executed poorly. Another place that, previous to that, which had crap I didn't like, was the frigging love triangle bullshit that they were trying to pull with Amelia Pond and the Doctor. That was just cringe. Every time it happened, it's like, whatever. Rory as a character was great, though. I like Rory. Especially when he punched Hitler, then the Doctor. Rory Williams is so brave that he punched the most evil and feared being in all the universe, and Hitler.
Yeah, well, that was a good series with Amy, Rory, and the Doctor.
Yeah. I like the whole Lone Centurion idea, or whatever he was called, when he was android-fied and then spent like 2,000 years protecting her.
Yeah.
I like that.
They used to be really clever, and now it's just like, how can we fit as many identity politics as possible? And like, no.
Well, that's it. They were so desperate to put identity politics into it that they forgot to give a black lesbian a personality.
Well, make her interesting, and I won't care that she's a black lesbian.
Exactly, but it's never about making it interesting.
I mean, it really shouldn't be much of a... Like, it shouldn't really come into it that she's a lesbian. Like, unless she gets a girlfriend, then it's like, oh, okay. They decided to write a relationship in where she happens to be a lesbian, therefore she finds a girlfriend. Right, okay, whatever. It doesn't need to be a big deal.
Exactly.
Like, you make it a big deal, and then when people object to it, you're like, oh, she's just a prickly. It's like, no, I don't care. It doesn't need to be shoved in my face like this. Just, if she happens to be a lesbian, it only really needs to come up if she has a relationship.
Which, who cares if she has one?
And in that case, show it. Don't say it. Like, you want it to be normalized. Like, you don't need to shout it from the rooftop. You don't need to point it out. Just, she happens to have a girlfriend instead of a boyfriend. If her character gets into a relationship. That's it. That's all it needs to be. And nobody
well, Star Trek showed how you normalize something when they rocked up with a Russian and a black woman officer, and then did absolutely nothing, but ignored it. They treated it as if it actually was normal. That's how you normalize something. You just treat it as if it's fucking normal.
You don't have to shout it. You don't have to, like, repeat it 500 times in every scene. Oh, by the way, I'm a lesbian. I'm a black, if you haven't noticed. Oh, I like women. Have you noticed? Just, if she gets a relationship,
and what do you
then
do
it
for
comes
work?
up. Okay.
Yep.
But and she had, as you said, she had no, like, character other than that. She was one-dimensional. That was her entire thing. I'm black, and I'm a lesbian. Okay.
And I'm female, because, I'm oppressed 3 ways. I'm oppressed because I'm a woman, I'm oppressed because I'm black, and I'm oppressed because I'm a lesbian.
Like,
And, look at all these black people in fucking England in the 1800s. Or whenever the fuck it was.
I'm really sad as to what they did to Doctor Who. I used to look forward to it.
Yep, I used to go out of my way to watch it every week.
I know I actually would have like had a TV license perhaps if we were still showing shows like Doctor Who, because it would be worth fucking investing in. Like, you know what? If you're gonna make it decent shows, then it's not. I mean, I prefer not to have to pay it, but if it's got a decent show, sure. But no, if you're going to...
it wouldn't hurt as much if it was like if the money was actually used on making good shit.
But if you're just gonna feed me fucking crap, piss on me and pretend it's rain, then I'm not interested. Keep your product.
How dare you, you evil right-wing white supremacist bigot! You will watch the black female lesbian, and you will like it. God forbid people be allowed to be frigging normal.
Because I wouldn't necessarily have cared that she was a lesbian if it wasn't like the entire fucking character. If you're just like, yeah, okay, she's a lesbian, but meh, doesn't matter. Like, let's not make a big deal. Not a big deal.
But no, it must be a big deal. It must be talked about at all times, constantly.
It must be. Uh-oh. Hold on. I fell down. Ah, there is the bottom shelf. Ah, wiggly baby. She's asleep.
Oh, no.
She's wiggling.
She's wiggling in her sleep, is she? Oh.
She's gonna get comfy. I can't imagine she's very comfy. Hugo says normal is so 2008. No, we need progress. It's the same. Like, I don't remember it. In fact, I did an article on this. About us all becoming, like, overnight, just really bigoted and hating, you know, the gay people and the trans people and yada yada yada. And it's like, when did we all become so bigoted? Maybe it's around the time you started, like, doing really shitty things as activists. Like,
it
we
can't
didn't
be that.
care.
Like...
We didn't care. Like, those of you in the UK, at least, will remember Paul O'Grady. He was a drag queen. In fact, I believe he was also gay. And nobody cared. It was fucking household name. He was fucking loved. Recently died. Like, we're so sad to see that he had died. People don't...
Yeah.
Like, his drag queen persona was, you know, a post watershed character. You know, she appeared on, like, sort of evening things. It was very tongue-in-cheek, so it was like, yeah, she is a lady of the night, but, you know, she's not a fucking, you're not gonna see her naked on everything. You know, it's very implied, things, jokes,
It's
you know,
almost
like,
as if it was done with art and skill.
Yeah. And household name, like, you would see Paul O'Grady in the daytime, you know, with these two little dogs in tow, and then, you know, after the watershed, you might get his alter ego. Nobody cared. Why? Because it wasn't forced down our throats. It wasn't, you have to fucking like this or you get cancelled. It was just, this is a person that people quite like, and they're funny, and they're charming, and, you know, it's a little bit tongue-in-cheek. And he's got really, really cute doggies.
Well, it used to be that the only thing I ever thought about gay people, because shockingly to leftists, I don't tend to spend much time thinking about gay people now, but it used to be the only thing I ever thought about gay people, especially gay men, was good, less competition. But that's used to be all I thought about gay men. Good, less competition. But no, then they had to bring the kids into it. Or rather, I found they were out there bringing the kids into it.
I'm not even. Well, yeah, that obviously you don't want to bring kids into it, but it is the activists just being shitty.
Yeah.
Like, what was the example I used in the article? Oh, it was the when they paint monstrosities all over the road. You know the ones where they're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna paint a rainbow instead of a zebra crossing. We're gonna have a rainbow crossing because gay.
Yeah, meanwhile,
Okay.
guide dogs don't know what the fuck it is, and the police forces are scared of it.
And so people were like, not so sure about this. Like, these things have to legally be, black and white in line with the highway code. And aren't they black and white for a reason? And they're like, bigots, fuck off, blah, 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 blah. And then it turns out that the guide dogs they don't understand them. Like, their training doesn't allow them to understand these multicolored monstrosities because they don't look like crossings, so they're confusing guide dogs. And I see people legitimately in the comments saying, well, the blind people can just use a different crossing then, can't they? Like, why do they need to use the gay crossing? They can use a different one.
Because they're fucking blind, you fucking retard.
The poor LGBT people, they need their supportive crossing, like stupid blind people. And it's just like, this is why people don't like you. This right here is why people are turning against these movements. It's not because they hate the trans people. It's not because they hate the gay people. It's not because they hate any of these individual people. It's the attitude and entitlement and nastiness of the activists. Like, how dare you be like, oh, blind people can just use a different crossing because the rainbow is confusing their guide dog.
And startling horses.
Well, because I'm so oppressed though, I need a rainbow. I need there to be rainbows painted on the road in my honor. So screw the blind people. Screw them blind people. They can go cross somewhere else.
Yep.
Screw the horses.
Well,
They're bucking people off because they're scared.
Pro-disability people. Yep, no, fuck them. Fuck the blind. They don't deserve accommodations. Like, Jesus Christ, if there's one thing I'm willing to do to help people who are less fortunate, it's fucking paint crossings in such a way that blind people can see them.
Like, this is why people are getting tired of you. It's not because we hate you all. It's not because we're all bigoted. We're tired. We are so tired of the behavior of the activists.
Yeah, just the sheer narcissism of, oh, we need to be represented. Ignore the pride flag that's being flown by fucking City Hall. No, we need to be represented on this crossing so a blind person can walk into traffic. So
You're not even making the argument that it's something that you need and it just happens to be, harmful to someone else. It's like, man, I'm sorry, but like without it, bad things are gonna happen to me. So I don't know what compromise to have. It's like, no, it's a rainbow flag on a road.
Yeah,
you don't need that.
And it's already a big enough problem that those bumpy strips in the ground for blind people. They're supposed to be yellow, not painted like the rest of the fucking road. Because it's not just for blind people with canes, it's supposed to be for all visually impaired people. So a lot of them are looking for these big yellow stripes to help navigate the world and not walk into fucking traffic. But no, we can't have the yellow things because they make the sidewalk look ugly. Which is technically a whole different problem, but it just annoys me as well. Like, if there's one group I'm willing to make accommodations for, it's the bloody blind.
I know.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. You can't even take the rainbow flag out of games without having the mod taken down.
But that was just one thing I'm really annoyed. I think it was a conversation actually that I was having with someone, and I even went and got the article on from the charity for the blind that had said like this is a problem, And I was like, look, like, this is why, one of the reasons why I'm opposed to this particular form of pride, just because it is harmful to someone else. And she was like, I don't care, they can use other crossings. And I'm like, and that precisely is why people don't like you.
Yeah. Exhibit I. Yeah, it's just evil at this point. Or narcissism. Or both. It's all about them feeling special. Yeah, I think it was emos when I went to high school, Disco. Emos is how the mentally retarded, the narcissistic made themselves feel unique. They all dressed exactly the same and used the same makeup.
Like, I don't even care if they want to put rainbows all over their own stuff. Just, like, have some... If it's actually doing damage to other people, then just stop.
Well, that's it. Well, apparently we're not allowed to use words because it will cause damage to these people because it'll make them kill themselves. But no, fucking... Just make it so blind people accidentally walk into the bloody street. That's fine.
Or horses kick people off.
Yeah.
Like, if it's dangerous, I'm sorry, but you can't necessarily have... Not to mention it's a fucking monumental waste of money.
Yeah, that's the one. Like, I'm already pissed off at how much money gets wasted by the friggin' government. And then we spend money on that crap. Oh, Bleach is literally saying the word words in my chat. Someone ban him for a crime against England. How dare you have use words.
Words. Not wordy words. Not
Yeah,
banny
words
words.
are violence, which is why you're justified in committing literal terror attacks on Teslas.
Yes, terror attacks on Teslas. Yeah, that has been a thing. I seen one the other day where they were like, they literally like stopped in front of this woman, like slammed their brakes on so that she had to stop, and then like I think they started reversing towards her. Then they get out of the fucking car and like starts like shouting at her that she needs to sell her car and whatnot. Like just a woman in the car by herself, and I'm like,
sounds like a good way to get shot.
This is a good way to run over.
But like, yes, you're winning lots of allies. And the stupidest thing is, the people driving Teslas are on their side.
Yeah, probably, because they want to be eco-friendly and yada yada.
They're worried about climate change and bullshit.
And then there was some people on there who were like proper virtue signaling that they had sold their Teslas. I'm a good boy. I sold my Tesla because I don't like Donald Trump. And it's like, okay, so you already gave Elon your money. He's already got that. You selling it does not mean that Elon doesn't have your money anymore. So
yeah.
now you've just taken a loss on a second-hand car to own Trump.
Yeah, no, to own that Nazi Elon Musk, they're going to sell their Teslas that are good for the environment and buy a Volkswagen.
Oh, these people are ridiculous. Hectoric says 100k to paint one road. I would not be shocked. And, you know, to make it actively worse for blind people. Good job. Just good job. You've made a blind person's day harder. Good job. And that, do you know what? A blind person probably was all for the fucking LGBTQ. Like, they probably did not give a shit. Probably just like, yeah, you be gay. You be whatever you want to be. And you've actively made their day worse.
Well done. You've made their lives harder. And it's not just harder, dangerous. They're legitimately at risk.
And if there's anybody's lives that we don't want to make harder, it's the blind. Like, they've already got a bit of a bad deal. That is one squeaky door.
Yeah. You can make a hell of a soundboard for a horror movie with that.
You actually could, yeah. It's the squeakiest of doors.
Oh, you know, the front door.
The kitchen door is super duper squeaky. She's asleep. She's down to sleep.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for playing the short. Bully-proof vest. A bully-proof vest. I just realized what this vest is.
Yep. Bully-proof.
Oh, sleepy bear. Donald says, if a gay LGBT plus blind person died from color road, such a story like that you never hear about or is played down for political reasons. I mean, it's like it is for a reason, and it's also what all the dogs are trained on, and so it's not wise to be changing them at all.
Well, that's it. The dogs don't know what a crossing walk is. They know what the pattern is and how to respond to it.
You can't retrain everybody's guide dogs. I mean, in theory, you could train the new ones, but that doesn't help anybody who currently has a dog for the duration of that dog's life. And so, why would you change it and actively make it worse for people? Like, it's so... It's just so narcissistic. And it was the response to it. It wasn't, illegal. You know, oh my goodness, well, there's not much I can do about it. It was just like, tough. You know, I'm an ally to these people. Because I don't even think this person actually was themselves. I think they were an ally. You know,
oh god,
just
the
an
allies
activist.
are even more insufferable.
An activist. And it was like, well, they can use other guardians, you know. Fuck those people. And I'm like, well, this is why. You know, thank you for Exhibit A as to why.
Oh, Disco, have you seen the name tag on the sled there?
The sled?
Yes, the name tag.
Sled? Oh. Rosebud.
Yes. Now, I was hoping you'd recognise that, because I'm only vaguely tangentially aware that that's apparently an Easter egg for some movie, where the guy's like Rosebud, and Rosebud was his childhood sled or something.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Snoozatron start level. That's the net machine.
Just Snoozatron over here. Also known as the sheep counter. They've counted 499 sheep, apparently. Basement upper walls. Which one of these upper walls is dirty? Oh, the one right above the door. Fallen off the stairs.
Basement wooden base supports. Basement wooden blah 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 blah.
Oh, excellent. Someone in your chat knew what it was. Apparently the movie is Citizen Kane.
Oh, things that I don't know.
But yeah, I don't know either. I just know about the sled. Apparently it's a good film, according to Donald. I've heard that it's worth watching, but I'm also lazy.
Too lazy to watch them.
Yeah. Well, too lazy to watch them.
How am I supposed to get in there for the dirt?
Well, like I spend so much time doing black pillars and political shit for sultans and things that when it comes to media, it's like no, I want happy, good time stories. give me if it's not a happy good time story, I'm not terribly interested. Because it's like, oh, if I wanted to watch something to make myself miserable, I'd just go look through my DMs with Disco.
Look, it makes your life easier. You don't have to go looking for them. They come to you.
And they just show up in the morning.
They do. It's like, morning, Bezek, black girl.
I don't even get the morning. It's like, wake up in the morning, check my notifications, something.jpg from Disco. It's like, oh no, what retardation now? Yay, that's one alive. What else is needed? The other one, and the bulletproof vest mannequin. Oh, the bloody mannequin inside the vest
Oh, I didn't know
is apparently
it's a
dirty.
mannequin
For fuck's sake. No. Oh, there we go. So,
You didn't
Slightly
get the
got
start lever
bloody
on the snoozer
snoozer
tron. You just got the
How
rest
did
of
we
it.
not get the fucking... yeah, there we go. Snoozertron arm glove. I'm sorry, the what now?
There's the start lever. Is it in here?
Oh, okay. This is the arm glove over here.
Oh.
And then wall lights of some description. We have got 7 of 8 wall lights, so one of these wall lights is dirty. Which wall light is dirty? Have you found the dirty one, Disco?
No, not yet. Is it you? No, it's not you. Is it you? Nope.
No. Oh, it's this one over here.
You got it.
Aha!
Whee! Let's watch the time lapse.
Yes. Ooh.
Are you okay, darling? What are you up to?
I'm just been there
Okay.
and I made your whole
Are you wanting to sleep now, Mr. Bezek? I hear.
Unfortunately, yes.
I
I
hear
am
tired noises.
Unfortunately, somebody has a clock that it doesn't deploy from the internet, so Bezek was ready for that.
Yeah. It was the only one,
yes,
and I'm looking at it, I was like, oh, I've still got half an hour before the stream. I'm really ahead of myself tonight. I'll just go and do this and set the stream up. Why won't the stream start for 7? That's really weird. It's saying I have to start at 8 on it. Oopsie daisies.
Yes, please, thank you. We could do with a nap.
Okay, well, we'll call it there then. We've done, what, 3 maps? And then that probably leaves us like another 2 or 3 for the next stream.
Yes.
And then I guess we'll have to consider what we're going to play next. So if chat has any ideas, stick them in the comments of what we can play. Ideally something that I can put Bezek Cam on for if baby decides to get a little appetite. So something that is co-op that I want to just get murdered in if I stand still.
Yes, something co-op where Disco can just disappear. Donald suggests Valheim. Valheim is coming soon, TM, as a 4-player co-op.
Yes. Yeah, Valheim's coming back as a 4-player.
And that will be on the Boatman schedule, so
yeah.
that won't be weekly. So we still need something for the Sundays.
So something chill along the lines of these kind of thing. We were looking, I think there's a game called Escape Room, which seems to be a similar kind of pace. Probably some kind of simulation game if we can. RimWorld is not chill.
Yeah, RimWorld's not chill.
I love RimWorld.
Disco steps away for 2 seconds, and the next thing she hears is Bezek screaming, "Why is everyone dead?"
I love RimWorld, but it's not chill. But I have a think, Joe. I don't mind if it's a new game, as long as it's not like a massively expensive game.
Unfortunately, we don't have a big budget. But, yes. Ooh. Co-op Portal. How much is Portal? I think it's 2 has the co-op. Though I don't know if that counts as chill. But we'll figure it out. If you have suggestions, you can leave them on Disco's server.
Yes.
Somewhere.
Yes.
Disco's Discord.
Yes.
Yes, Kitty.
Well, Arch has a good
But yes, I think that's all on the agenda.
Yes. So we will see chat again next week. Any suggestions, leave them in the comments. And we'll see if we can pick a new game up from the suggestion. If you pick super woke games, I will set a budget, a goal to be reached before I'm forced to play a woke game.
Yes.
But I'm not
Bezek
against
will
the
play woke
idea.
games for money too. Actually, with the whole email thing, I have legitimately considered asking for keys for woke crap, so I can just sit there bagging it.
Lord Inquisitor Hector Rex says needs to join Disco's Discord. Where link? It should be in the description.
It is. It's not as a link, but it is there.
It should be in the description.
Yeah, it doesn't clicky, but it is there.
Oh. Why does it not click? It should click.
It's missing the HTTPS crap. Because of course.
I may be able to hang on. Get great invite. Hidden. Use copy button. Copy button. Oh, of course it's hidden because we're in Bezek.
Well,
I think
it's
it's
in the link anyway, and they can just drag it into the browser or something. It's nice and easy. It's there.
Because it entered streamer mode because it didn't want to be.
It doesn't want to dox everything.
It doesn't help when I'm trying to invite chat. Paste button. There we go, chat. There is the Discord link.
Yay!
You must behave, or somebody might bat you.
Oh dear. Alrighty.
Right, have a good one. And actually, where can we send chat? Probably to Kibberini, so we'll see who is currently live.
Speaking of, this who does that? What was someone saying? Yeah, Hugo's like, be a good streamer like Coconut Horse Cheek. He streamed 10 hours long. if chat pays for 10 hours of streaming, chat can have 10 hours of streaming.
We could send them to. Let's send them to Kib. Yeah, we think we sent them to Lumi last time. Send to Kib. Okay. I'm sorry, but go and slap Kib's cheeks when you get there. Post at him. I don't think we're allowed to post speeches. I think that's like right wing and bad now. Send pencils. Yes, pencils.
Yes, pencils aren't incel behaviour.
Yes, send in pencils. From Dinko. Have a good one. We'll see you soon.
Bye everybody.
Bye.